It sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine! Googans, go time on a Friday morning. That's right, we have made it to a Friday. Big show planned ahead today. Lots going on. Exciting night in sports. You just can't give up on one of those NBA playoff games. You just can't do it now. You know, most of the time still, the majority of the time it'll play out. My goodness, man. What did I just watch? What is Tyrese Halliburton? Where do I put this guy?
Clutch.
I spent the whole day. Good morning, E.T.
How about say, Jeffrey?
I honestly, listen, I am more aware of Tyrese Halliburton. I've been on Tyrese Halliburton since he was a Sacramento King. I got a good buddy who's from the same town in Wisconsin as Tyrese Halliburton, so he's been talking about him for ages. You know, he's a guy who really came into his own. He's been an all-star a couple of years. He was on the Dream Team, right? He got the invite and he was on that U.S. Dream Team. But he's not he defies what can define today's superstar. Like, he can never be today's superstar because he's not a bulk scorer. He's not going to go get that 20 to 40 every night. Some nights he's only get 12 or 16. But man, where it counts. I have a Shazam spotlight that is just so mind-blowing to put things in perspective. Oh, by the way, don't let me just skip through it. Oklahoma City was in total control of Game 1 of the NBA Finals last night. Total control from the tip. Jumped out. It was for wherever the game was at the time, the lead was always comfortable. 6 at the end of 1, 9 at the half, 15 with 8 minutes to go in the game, 9 minutes to go in the game, 7 with a minute. 5 with 48 seconds. Where do you want to pick it? They were always going to win the game until they didn't. So we've seen all shapes and sizes and manners of outrageous comebacks this NBA postseason. I mean, right off the jump, it's just been these crazy. Halliburton started it all when he beat Milwaukee in the last 7 seconds of the game. So this postseason has just been wild when it comes to game ending. Been wild. It's got to be one of the wildest, if not the wildest postseason. When it comes to just these furious leads you don't come back from, deficits you don't come back from. There was another one last night. Oklahoma City has the best defense in the NBA, and they have a 15-point lead with 8 minutes to go. There are all kinds of basketball analytics and nuances to why what happened last night happened down the stretch. You know, Mr. Clutch, the closer. I don't know what nickname we give Halliburton. I know in Indy they're calling him Hallicurry. A nod to the best shooter in the NBA. This dude's knack for the moment, it is never too big. And he is perfectly willing to play the role, run the team. Don't get me wrong, there are days where Tyrese Halliburton will go for 42. He'll score 36. He has some big games, but it's not every night. Like the MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he played fantastic last night. On him, 35, 37 points. Oklahoma City had some balls that you just wonder how they didn't go in. A lot of tough looks and bounces, layups and otherwise. And that kind of allowed Indiana, they just stayed around. They hit some threes, some ridiculous. You know what the most ridiculous make in sports is?
What's that?
I don't know what, I'm trying to think what would be, I don't even know if there is a direct, I don't know if there's a direct correlation. Maybe if you're a pitcher and you unleashed one that was going over the backstop and somehow the batter swing. But these wing three-pointers that dudes accidentally bank in,
hit the glass, yeah.
How bad is that shot? Think about it. You're trying to shoot that straight into the basket. At no part of you is calling bank here. You have missed that ball so wide left that it banks off of the backboard and in. Miles Turner had a three like that when Indiana was just lingering. They couldn't, they'd get to 11, they'd get to 13, and they'd push it back down to 7. They'd get it to 9, they'd hit a 3, and they'd make it 6. They'd get it back up to 13. They'd hit 2 threes in a row and be back to 7. They just they would not die. Oh, by the way, 9.5. Pacers plus 9.5. That was your play.
Oh, man.
But for much of the night, man, that was there's another sidebar to as I watched the game. I mean, the way this thing ended was it just erased every thought I had about the game, everything that was accumulating, in my mind, stacking up as we went along. All right, so I got two well, maybe not unbelievable. I got one stat that tells you exactly why Oklahoma City lost. You can look at 1,000 different statistics. You can look at any statistic you want. I have the reason that Oklahoma City lost game 1 of the finals. I have it. Inarguably, this is the reason. This is the stat to point to. This is the analytic that tells you, screams at you why Oklahoma City didn't win by 25 like on any other normal Oklahoma City night they would have. Oklahoma City led the NBA in points off turnovers this year. That's what happens when you play great defense. They averaged 21 points a game off of turnovers. I think they forced like 24 a game, maybe 20. So you're talking about converting half of them, basically. All right, last night, the Indiana Pacers in the first half looked like a JV basketball team. They had 19 turnovers, franchise record, 19 first half turnovers. They cleaned it up, but still finished with 25 turnovers on the night, and they still won the game. But here's why. On those 25 Oklahoma City turnovers that they forced, they only scored 11 points off those turnovers. That's it. There's the stat. Look at every other thing, last minute shooting, 1,000 things, bank shots that went in, challenges that didn't go your way. Come up with 1,000 things that you want. That is the reason Oklahoma City didn't win. The best team in the league at converting turnovers forced 25, a record pace in the first half, in fact, and they only got 11 points off those turnovers. There you go. And did I miss the starting lineup? Did Jalen Williams have the flu? Did Jalen Williams, did he play last night? There was that little bit of a tipping point there. It pretty much agreed that Halliburton and Shea were the two best players in the finals. And then you had to start splitting hairs a little bit in who you went with. Well, winner Siakam game 1. If you're doing who's the best, Robin, Jalen Williams or Siakam. Last night it was Siakam. So there you go, just as they've done the entire series. The entire postseason, rather. The Indiana Pacers got you right where they want you. All right, here, I can't wait any longer, E.T. And by the way, historical stats are cheap. They're cheap today. I've got some from baseball. If you know, you know. But this speaks to a well-earned nickname that's just got to be applied here. If Big Shot Bob had a nickname that lives still today as the 3rd or 4th or 5th best player on his team hitting clutch playoff shots, well, you can total every clutch Big Shot Bob shot up. You can total them, and you won't get to Tyrese Halliburton's 2025 postseason. How's that grab you? That's not the Shazam Spotlight. It's better than that. The Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Get hooked up today with terrific customer service. Awesome product. I have not had a truck going on 3 years, not a single issue. Any question I ever had, I call, get instant answers. It's my friends at the Murray Ford Superstore. So you just take that short drive, and it'll be worth it. This postseason, E.T., these playoffs, wild as they've been, comebacks and heroes have been spotted all over the NBA this postseason. Well, the NBA this postseason, in game-winning or tying shot attempts inside of 15 seconds. 26 of them this postseason. 26 shots have gone up among all the rest of the NBA's teams. 26 shots have gone up, and the league as a whole this postseason, in game-winning or game-tying shots, less than 15 seconds to go, the rest of the NBA in the postseason is 4 for 26. Tyrese Halliburton is 5 for 5. I don't know where to place him. He's not a superstar. He doesn't score enough. He's not a superstar. But he's a star who makes Jalen Brunson look like a choker. And Jalen Brunson was the clutch player of the year in the league this year. The Pacers are the clutch team. They're now, I think, 8-0 in these clutch game situations. It's just, it's remarkable what they do, how they hang around. The defense is probably a tad underrated as well. They can throw a lot of bodies at you. And Oklahoma City is now in a hole. And I'm here for it because what it means is we got a long series in front of us, see. Indiana proved to themselves and to a lot of people that Oklahoma City better watch it or they'll do to them what they did to the Knicks. And suddenly that disappointment of game one will linger into a 2-0 hole. So be careful, Oklahoma City.
There was a guard who used to hit big shots. Who was that guard? They call him, you know what? Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, he's had big ones.
That's probably where he's put himself now.
He's there's been a few there back in the day. It was Vinny Johnson, the microwave for the Pistons, but he wasn't always a starter. I mean, this guy's playing starter. At the end of the game, it's clear what happens. Yep. They hand him that ball and say, "Go get it,
go get it,
go get it, Ty," and he does. He does 5 for 5. It's not just that he's hit 5. He ain't 5 for 7. He didn't miss and then get an extra crack. 5 for 5 in game-winning or tying baskets inside of 15 seconds. That's today's Shazam Spotlight, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstores. Jags continue with their OTAs. Got a lot of sound to get to. Brian Thomas Jr. spoke yesterday. What a dynamic is forming there with Travis Hunter. Liam Cohen back to the microphone, so we'll get the latest on what the coaches, what's on the coach's mind. So we're going to do a bunch of that here in the 6 o'clock hour. Matt Every joins the party. We'll look for him about 7:30 this morning. So golf talk and more. First round of the Canadian Open is in the books, and we'll look forward, already to the U.S. Open coming up next week. E.T.
Jeffrey.
More prophetic words in sports talk radio history have never been uttered than when I laid down the Louisville Slugger yesterday for Braves Nation. I told you we weren't going to formalize this. There'll be no pomp and circumstance. We won't play fake funeral noise, and I'm not offering a eulogy. But I told you before yesterday, and again, the reason the words are so prophetic, it's a layup today. Every sports talk host in the Southeast will tell you today what I told you yesterday. These Atlanta Braves are D-A-B, dead and buried. And if you were curious just exactly what rock bottom looks like when it comes into focus, I give you Truist Park, Atlanta, GA, June 5th, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, where the Atlanta Braves took a 10-4 lead into the ninth inning against the Arizona Diamondbacks at home, a 10-4 lead. Just to put perspective, the last checks notes, 556 times the Braves have had a 6-run lead or greater going into the ninth inning. They've won. I don't know what decade you go back to where black and white television was in service to find the last time it happened, but Team No Heart, Team Charmin did the unthinkable. Unless you're a Braves fan and a genius woman like me who has watched this year and knew exactly what this team was made of and exactly what they were capable of, and the fleeting thought of they could blow this 10-4 lead before the first swing was taken dared flash through my brain. And then, proving myself a liar, watching this debacle unfold in front of me, they proceeded to give up 7 straight runs in the ninth inning and lost 11-10. Tell me you don't give a flying blank without telling me you don't give a flying blank. Why should we? Braves Nation, please, if you've bought your tickets already and you have an out, take it. If you're booming at me, for booming at you on some app in Atlanta, spread the word. Don't show up to that stadium. Don't feed that greedy monster that owns the Atlanta Braves. Don't do it. They don't deserve your support. They don't deserve it. This ain't 1974 rah-rah for the home team either, gang. Don't come with accusations of fandom. These bros are making hundreds of millions of dollars, every one of them. They don't need your 284 before you get to the concession stands added to their GNP. Send a message. The only way sports accepts them these days, money. Give them the A's treatment. Let them play Saturday afternoon in front of Zippo. Because that's about the amount of effort that we're getting night after night. So I'll start my Friday with a very happy bleep off, Braves. Take the Hawks with you. Back with Captain Kevin Favor and more. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
If your favorite colors are teal and black,
I love my Jaguars.
you're on the right track.
Let's go, John!
1010XL, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Denny Thompson here. You gotta check out Tyson's Showroom Home Theater with surround sound and comfy theater chairs. You can transform your living room into a cinematic experience. I can stay there to watch all my games. It's that comfortable. Call Tyson today and bring the theater experience home. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 US Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Yo, E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
I'm Hacker, and I'll get you more Gator Chomps during the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. New episodes drop every Friday. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Jacksonville, you know a good defense wins games, and a good fence protects your home. Frank Frangie here. Coil Fencing has been around the block since 1927. Literally, they probably fenced it too. From tough chain link to sleek aluminum fences your HOA will love, Coil is the name to trust. Nearly a century strong and still standing tall. Call Coil today. You can trust them. Call 904-356-4821 or visit coiljacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
At Tucker Equipment Rental in Neptune Beach, you just don't rent quality machines, you rent quality customer service. Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Dave. Tucker Equipment Rental has been supplying Jacksonville with equipment and event rental for over 50 years.
From commercial and homeowner projects, we've got what you need: lifts, dirt equipment, and landscape equipment.
And don't forget about event rentals, from festivals to weddings to backyard barbecues.
Local, knowledgeable, and always ready to help.
Tucker Equipment Rentals.
You need it, we've got it, come see us.
Are you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, Surfside Pools is the trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated, they offer pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools transform your backyard into the oasis that you crave. Are you ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, where luxury meets leisure.
License number CPC 044080.
ET here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, visit my buddy Dr. McGowan at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. You have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits, even if you're at fault. And no matter what you hear, you have the right to choose your own doctor. So I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Their auto experts will guide you in every step of the way to ensure the care that you need. Your recovery starts with McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, it's going to be an exciting episode of the Captain Kevin Fishing Report because I have a fish story. First, the big fish still left in the free agent pond, I guess, has decided the darkness retreats are over for the offseason. Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers, now all but official, so we'll get into that a little bit later this morning. Look, the Steelers' prime Rodgers would be awesome. They're getting Aaron Rodgers 7-8 years ago. What an impactful move this would be, but, you know, an older quarterback whose skills are becoming more questionable. Yeah, I don't know. So fire up the Checkmate Coatings hotline there, ET. Let me bring in Captain Kev. So, Kevin, yesterday, I got a buddy who lives on the river. He lives, I'm trying to give you like a marker without telling, you know, exactly where he lives. He would live, say between the, you know, like just south of Fruitco, but not as far south as like 16.
Okay.
It's the Shands, right? In that area there. Alpine Grove down that way. And along the river. I don't even know exactly where, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be able to tell you. But bottom line is, you know, he's got a great setup. He's there. He's got the whole thing. He's got the, you know, a nice dock and a boat lift. And, you know, he's been fishing and having a little bit of luck in catching. So I went over there yesterday. And by the way, probably the worst time to fish, noon. If you're going to go try and catch fish, wouldn't you? You're probably
terrible.
Yeah, you're probably better off just, you know, enjoy the couple of rays of sunshine and cold beers that you might be enjoying, right? And so we're sitting there, we're getting the this story has layers. So you got a minute?
Okay. Yeah. Well,
let me give you the non-fish story first because it's really the more amazing of it. But so anyway, we're there. He's got some live bait already. We're gonna have to net for some more because we got 3 or 4 rods. We're gonna get up and get placed out there on the dock, yada yada. And so we're doing that. We get 2 lines in the water, and you know, as I get there, I have set my stuff down. He's got this long storage box on his dock, you know, next to the boat lift. You know, a long, like 8-10 foot like storage box, right? Hinged. You know, you lift up, and I had put my phone down on the far end of the storage box. And he just went whipping in to get the net out of said storage box. And I've got my back turned. I'm not watching any of this, right? I'm fiddling with a line or doing something. And then I hear this. He goes, "Man, I just heard a splash. You didn't have anything on here, did you?"
Oh.
Yeah, buddy, I have my phone on there.
Yeah, my phone on there.
So, we spent about 30 seconds a minute processing just what I got to be honest. Phone's a goner. It's in the bottom of the, it's in the bottom of the St. Johns River. Phone's done. But,
right.
And I'm going away this weekend. I got a lot of stuff in there. This has just made my Friday super, super annoying, right? Because I got to go get everything done, right? So, but anyway, my man, you got what, 4 or 5 feet deep there. It's not over your head yet at that point, even as far out as you are. And bottom line, he gets in the water, he walks over there, I have a general idea where it was. He goes underwater, he takes one swipe with a hand, he picks it up off the bottom of the river, he hands it to me. It barely feels wet, but so the first thing I do is unlock the screen. For goodness sakes, it seems to be working, for Pete's sake. I rinse it off, I wipe it off a little bit, I shoot out a couple of texts, I make a phone call, and bottom line, I got a phone set on the bottom of the river for 5 minutes, and it's working perfectly. So there's that. All right. Now the fun part. So we're there. Like I said, we got 4 or 5 rods out, and one of them is like a little Fisher Price little deal that you can catch a small
that's the one that's going to get bit.
Well, so we're there, and it's and then it happens, bro. All right. So the little one, we're kicked. It's been 30 minutes. We had no bites. We're just talking, sitting around on the porch. We have this one little Fisher Price ball's like lodged between a chair, just in case. Because they've had them ripped off you bet. If you own a dock and you fish, you get them ripped off. So anyway, sure as the sugar, it hits the Fisher Price. All right. And, and I'm able to get it. And man, I'm talking about this must have 4-pound test, bro. And it's 8 feet, it's 4 feet long. I'm doing the best I can, but we get to, it's a red. It's a slot red. It's a nice one. He gets up close to the top of the water. He's getting the net, and then boom, I'm trying to keep enough pressure on it, but boom, he broke it off. And so, okay. So we're sitting there, and, everything's going great again. We get, that pulls out. We were down to 4, and we got another one sitting behind us, right? And we keep watching, and stuff's happening. And then all of a sudden, buddy, it wasn't like the pole bent over, and you didn't get there in time, and it broke. It was the pole goes from standing straight up in the dock to the pole's broken in half, and the line snapped. So can you tell me what hit that fish? What fish hit that? We're fishing mud minnows, probably, some sort of little bait fish. Is that a red?
I mean, it would be a big red. Yeah.
It would be for sure. That's what it is. It just breaks it like that. There's no in between.
Yeah. I mean, that's just powerful of fishes. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So now, okay. I don't know, 10 minutes later, pole on the front left of the dock. It bends over. Again, we're talking. We're not actively fishing here, which it turns out was a problem. Okay, so this one is doubled over now. I'm running over to get that, and as I get it, this fish, and again, this is all happening, as I'm beginning to grab this pole, Kevin, it surfaces. Now, will a red surface, or do I have maybe like a 10-pound bass on there? Because I'm thinking it might be.
I mean, yeah, red will surface.
It will.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know for sure what that was. Bottom line is now we'll go to the. And by the way, we had one other one. At noon, So my point was to set up the fishing report. It must be pretty good. The fishing must be pretty good. Because if two mokes can drop phones in the bottom of the lake and fish Fisher Price and have 4 big reds in an hour and a half, fishing must be pretty good.
So I'm going to get to my fishing report, but I do have to chime in on something you talked about yesterday. Something very important.
Okay.
Okay. I do have a push mower.
Okay.
Okay.
It's still push push.
Well, let me. So whenever Carrie and I built our house, this is over 20 years ago. The only thing that I could afford, and by the way, I have an acre. Okay, the only thing I could afford is a push mower. And so for years, yes, I push mowed this yard, and it sucked.
Yes.
Yeah. And now since then, I still have the mower to use stuff around the yard. But since then, yes, I have gone to Coastal Equipment and bought me a Gravely.
Okay. And those are fun. Okay. Now you have fun when you mow.
All right. Yeah. So yes, you put libation, right?
Yeah.
In your cup holder.
Sure. Yeah.
You got your headset on.
Life's good.
You got your sunscreen on, and you just kind of cruise around.
You'll find yourself taking an extra half hour to get it done.
Oh, dude! Whenever I'm done, every blade of grass is done. I mean, it is. For something that probably I could do in 15 minutes, takes me at least an hour.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So
sometimes they think that honeydew list is a bother to us. Often it's a getaway. Sometimes it's a getaway.
Look, I'm, I'll come home and there will be like a blade of grass that I had missed 3 days ago, and I'm like, damn, I got to do the yard again, And Terry's like, I know what you're doing, Yeah. So
shout
anyway,
out to whatever Samsung phone I have, by the way. I guess, I don't know. Right. It has to be waterproof, right? I guess new phones are waterproof.
So did you have to do like what they always tell you, put it in rice or something?
I did. We did, but I didn't need, no. It got a little bit of like, some drops of water in like the charge port, but that just kind of blew that out. And like I said, it seems to be, I think if it was going to mess up from that water, it would have shown up by now, and it's working perfectly. So get a waterproof phone in Florida. That's probably a smart idea. As much pool and beach and river and we do, because this thing sat on the bed of the St. Johns River, 5 feet deep for 5 minutes minimum.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Wow. So for the week, fishing yesterday was, well, it was good and bad. First off, during the week, obviously nobody fished on Wednesday. That was the weirdest weather. I mean, that was the craziest thing to be, on the coast, and for storms to come from the east to the west which is that's just weird, man. For this time
of year, right? Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
summer usually goes west to east. Now we'll get it coming off of at times for sure, but.
Yeah. So anyway, Monday and Tuesday fishing was fantastic. Typical kingfish on the beach. We all had to run in, or we're all having to run in either Salt Run or somewhere and find bait. Took Wednesday off. Yesterday, there was miles of pogies on the beach, and I'm not exaggerating. I mean, and the reason is because water dirtied up, and there were tarpon, there were jacks, there were sharks, which was a lot of fun. I did go and try to catch a kingfish and never got a bite. So what today and tomorrow brings, I'm sure that this system that went through, everything will settle down. It usually takes a day, but those fish should show back up. But it's going to be an interesting weekend. First off, the weather's going to be perfect. I mean, my gosh, Southwest at 5 to 10, be able to go fishing wherever you want, and it should. With southwest wind, that means that bait should just stay on the beach at least for the next 3 or 4 days. And Jeff, you know as well as I do, that's the easiest way to start your day. Is if you can throw the cast net and have a bait well full of.
Oh man, I can just look. Live bait's the reason we caught fish yesterday. I mean, I want to catch any. Yeah, without live bait, we don't.
Right. So I think that those fish will show back up on the beach if people still want to do that. If anybody has, if they want to catch a tarpon, it might be a good weekend. Put the big spinning rod on the boat, because if you pull up to a bait pot and there's 2 or 3 fish in there feeding, it could be a great weekend for that. So, like I said, with great weather and bait, go wherever you want.
Yeah. All right. Well, it sounds good. You'll have a Hick next week, so he will amaze you with his fishing knowledge. I'm off to the Caribbean, my brother. Yeah.
Hey, and just also, we will be at Arlington Bait and Tackle.
Okay.
In the morning, they have totally redone that tackle shop. So I'm interested in going and seeing it, and it'll be myself and Captain Chip Wingo. Captain Kirk Waltz, Jeff's on vacay, so we'll have fun.
You know what's an oddly fuzzy memory comfort blanket for me? A bait shop. Just a bait shop. Like an old school bait shop. Even it don't smell like roses, but the smell and just the atmosphere. Takes you back to the day, right? When you're a kid and you're excited about getting on the water.
In high school, I worked at at bait shops, man. And I mean, you stood back there at that shrimp tank, for hours, just dipping out shrimp and handing everybody baits. Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah,
great time.
All right, outdoor show tomorrow. Join them live, and you get that bait shop feel yourself. And we'll be back. Thank you, Cap. Appreciate you. There we go. We'll send the Cap out onto the ocean, and we'll come back with more on the other side. Football Fix, Jag Camp. We got Matt Every joining the party 7:30. More content and time available. See what we can do right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. In your car, at home, or on your phone, radio play-by-play is where you are.
What a game for the Jacksonville defense.
1010XL, Jacksonville's home for play-by-play.
With the first pick in the 2025 draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Duck Duck Rooter, the #1 plumbing, septic, and air conditioning contractor in Florida.
Congratulations, Duck Duck Rooter. So tell us, how does it feel to be picked #1?
Duck Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When you need help with any plumbing, septic, or AC issue, just give us a call and relax. We'll send one of our first-round draft picks to tackle your problems today. DuckDuckRooter.com. That's DuckDuckRooter.com.
Summer in Jacksonville is coming in hot. Lauren Brooks here. Beat the heat with Turbo Tint. Their window tint blocks up to 99% of harmful UV rays and keeps your ride cool and comfortable. Book today at orangepark.turbotint.com.
All right, sports fans, Hicken here. Let's talk skin. Me, myself, and I, and Beaches Dermatology, are reminding you all, man, wear that sunscreen, right? Got to wear the sunscreen. Why? Because you're outside all the time in this great state of ours that has and is the Sunshine State. So if you're an active parent hanging at the fields in your boat to fish, you like to chill at the beach, wear sunscreen. Because if you don't, there can be some ramifications, short and long term. Skin cancer is not something you want to deal with. So when grabbing the clubs for your tea time, you're gassing up the boat, you're grabbing the chairs for your kids' game, make sure to bring the screen. And if you have any concerns on your body right now, go see my friends, Doctors Boudreaux and Metz, the best in the business at Beaches Dermatology. By the way, they've been taking care of me for decades now. Give Beaches Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
It's a battle of football champions as your Sharks take on the Arizona Rattlers. Don't miss any of the action this Saturday, June 7th. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try the new Family 4-Pack. 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
It's a battle of football champions as your Sharks take on the Arizona Rattlers. Don't miss any of the action this Saturday, June 7th. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try our Family Fun Pack. 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700.
Go Sharks!
You tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now. Don't miss Renewal by Anderson's 30th anniversary sale. Buy one window or patio door and get one 30% off. Financing options are available and this offer expires June 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Want a simple way to boost your company's image without a big renovation? A fresh paint job in your brand's colors can increase recognition up to 80%. At Performance Painting, we help companies stand out with clean, on-brand finishes that impress clients and energize employees. From color consultations to low-odor coatings that won't disrupt operations, we've got you covered. Visit performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go the distance.
On 1010XL.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan from Checkmate Coatings. Our precision coatings make your floors the MVP of any space.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Hacker here for Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Look, the summer has arrived. Memorial Day is in the rearview mirror. It's vacation season for me, and over the next couple of weeks, whether it's a cruise, going out to Las Vegas, I'm going to bust out the tank tops, man. I'm going to show off the bod a little bit. Now, would I have done that 100 pounds ago? Of course not, but thanks to the great folks at Awaken 180 Weight Loss, I really have a new lease on life. It's life-changing. I'm in the maintenance program now, doing really well, right? The weight is not coming back on. That's almost as rewarding, if not a little more rewarding. It's one thing to lose the weight. It's something else to keep it off. I've been able to do that with the great folks of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. If it's time in your life to make that change like it was for me, go to awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. If I can do it, you can do it. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I actually came out here for when they had the rookie minicamp. I was up here, so I came out. I just stepped out here and looked at him doing like the drills and stuff. It was really just how quick he was and how detailed he was. When he was like he might have got a drill wrong or something. He was just hopping back in line, going right back at it, and just trying to find ways to do it right and just find ways to be the best that he can be.
That's Brian Thomas Jr. proven with his rookie season, the kind of player he can be in the league. Talking about Travis Hunter, these two are going to. I like the way this is setting up. These two dudes seem they're going to push each other. Travis Hunter, to be as acclaimed as he is, humble kid, isn't he? Right, he's right around everyone. Very humble kid, and that helps when you're a superstar on a young team that's trying to reset culture. And I promise you, that's a big part of what made him so attractive at the number 2 overall pick. But man, the thoughts of having these two dudes on the outside. Imagine having 2 Brian Thomas Juniors. That's
yes, sir.
That's what you have, man. And he says Travis Hunter's hitting him up with a lot of questions. They're competing, and it's the old "we compete for lunch" deal. They're competing in everything they do to make each other better. It's interesting. This isn't a competition, ET, to see who plays. This isn't a competition to see who's the man. It's a competition to see who can be most dominant. And
who's the big dog?
And not in a negative way. Not trying to make the other dog smaller. Let's get 2 big ferocious dogs there. So some excitement around the offense. Look, I'll admit, even as one of the biggest Trevor Lawrence believers, it's disconcerting 5 years in to be constantly searching for reaffirmation from coach comments or from what players are seeing. It's disconcerting that the number 1 overall pick at quarterback, despite everything that's gotten us to this point, is still in many ways a question mark. Now, the difference, most believe that these hiccups are now going to sort themselves out with some continuity, and things will be more than okay. And I still fall into that category, but I'm still going to admit it's disconcerting that we have to get constant updates and evaluations for a quarterback going into year 5. But it's kind of what we do, and that's why Liam Cohen yesterday was asked what growth he needs to see from Trevor Lawrence, this team needs to see from Trevor Lawrence, and what growth they have seen to this point. So it's a bit of a deep cut with Liam Cohen, but goes into some ins and outs here.
Yeah, I think, when you look at maybe the first few days of OTAs and really even phase 2 that we were out here on the grass, I think his footwork has drastically improved. I think just the rhythm of playing the position in every system is different, right? The drop of a quarterback is very similar to a dance. And so each song, right, has a different rhythm. Each play has a different rhythm. Each systems have different rhythms. And so continuing to develop that for him so that, we talk about footwork so much because when the game is being played, we know it's lived in the gray. But we're trying to create black and white lines for footwork, for reads, for timing, because when the things start moving, oftentimes you have to revert back to your fundamentals, your footwork, your timing. And so I think he's taken a step in that area, as well as just the overall operation. Like, that's what I've really looked for him in this time, has been, okay, really focusing on his lower half and his footwork, and then also just running the show. Like, I'm not really judging, does he make every single throw right now? Is every single ball perfectly accurate right now? Is he operating the offense at a high level? Yes, he is right now.
Well, so there you go. So far, so good, I guess. I'd be curious to know if these same sorts of thoughts and, nuanced changes were coming out of Tampa Bay last year when Liam Cohen took over as offensive coordinator there, and he had a number one pick, Baker Mayfield, who we were still waiting to see the very ceiling from. You could say he got that last year with 41 touchdowns and some 4,500 yards passing from Baker Mayfield. So I went back and I looked at this time last year in Tampa, right? They had a new offensive coordinator. The Bucs offense had not been great the year before, right? They were terrible running the football, near the bottom. By the way, I saw the center rankings. Hainsey's 23rd. And the center the Bucs replaced him with is 21st. So listen, it's easy to put like this Fortner shade to the center change here. That's not what we're getting. Luke Fortner wasn't in the top 32, oh, by the way. So 23 for nor the retired Mitch Morse. 23 is an upgrade at that center position, at least as far as the PFF grade, but I digress. The Bucs went 8-9 the year before Liam Cohen joined them. They went from 23rd in yards. They slipped to 23rd in yards and 20th in points. Brady retired. Baker Mayfield came in. Dave Canales came in. He was there for a year. It went well. Mayfield started his improvement. Bucs were 9-8. Then they lost their coordinator. Cohen stepped into Tampa a year ago directly from the University of Kentucky, where he'd been the offensive coordinator. They were the 30. How well he succeeds, Liam Cohen, that is. This is the word last year in Tampa, in building a balanced offense that gets much more out of the ground game after two straight 32nd ranked finishes goes a long way. So they were last in the league in running 2 years in a row, and he took them all the way to 4th. Nothing specific, though, to just trying to see exactly what he was saying. He just kind of gave the details I'm reading over here. More decisions made in the huddle. This is kind of what he was imparting on Baker Mayfield and the offense when he took over in Tampa as the OC. He intends to significantly increase the number of plays that Baker Mayfield is given 2 or 3 play call options in the huddle, from which he'll choose after seeing the defense. Hope is this will allow the offense to get in more favorable matchups. So I would, again, assume that's where they're headed with Trevor. Get him up to speed enough, and that you've got 2 or 3 options there. Remember, that was something Trevor was. We've heard Trevor say that already, right? Remember, we heard him saying it was a little bit of a veiled shot. It could be determined as a veiled shot at Peterson because, you're not stuck in a play. You have options at the line of scrimmage. So he's already said that. Perhaps that's a little bit of that same mentality. The idea of the defense unloaded, Mayfield can get into man-beater plays that Cohen will have teed up. Cohen said, let's change the math, run away from numbers, gain the numbers back in our favor, get man coverage. Well, let's go to a man-beater. Those are the things that ultimately put a lot more on the guys, but I think they're ready for it. So getting Trevor up completely to speed outside of footwork will continue to be that work in progress. Fire the band. We got a football fix. Let me give you some of the headlines from around the National Football League. Come back for the 7 o'clock hour. It's a big night in sports. NBA Finals gave us, wow. What a curtain opener that was. Well, he finally decided, out of the darkness, Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. How do you grade this? I don't know. Look, the Aaron Rodgers that was playing the way he did at the second half of last year is certainly better than the quarterbacks the Steelers have recently employed. But in a conference that has Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, that has all these young quarterbacks on also good teams, is Rodgers enough to be a difference maker with all those alpha dogs in their prime? Yeah, no, he's not. So inevitably, it seems like a move that'll keep that Steelers streak intact of being about 10-7. Too far down the list to draft a young quarterback that can change your franchise. We'll see. It's just a one-year deal. Quarterback Russell Wilson with Pittsburgh last year, now with the Giants. He went to the Giants. Who was the other one? Was it Jameis?
Yeah.
Remember Giants signed 2 vets?
Yeah, it was Jameis.
And then they drafted Jackson Dart. Wilson says he'll be a mentor for all Giants quarterbacks, not just Jackson Dart. Not the question you want to get at the end of your career when you're hoping to be the veteran who starts and leads your team. They're already asking you about your mentor role. Anthony Richardson shut down with a shoulder injury. I wish I could say I was surprised. It's been a nonstop injury train for Anthony Richardson since the day he signed his college scholarship. Amon-Ra St. Brown had surgery, knee surgery up in Detroit, expects to be back and ready for training camp. He's missed the offseason workouts because of the knee surgery. Ravens liked what they saw out of Rashad Bateman down the stretch, former first-round pick. And I got to be honest, kind of like what I saw out of Bateman late last year, too. Not all receivers come in like Brian Thomas Jr., picked at 20s of the first round and just, bolt out the superstar status right off the bat. Doesn't come that quickly for everyone. Bateman was the 27th pick of the first round in 2021. He's never caught more than 46 passes. He did that as a rookie. Last year he had 45. With more weapons as part of the rotation, the 45 last year seemed a lot more impactful than the 46 as a rookie. 45 catches. He scored 9 touchdowns. And I bet you, what about postseason? Let's see. And then this postseason, 2 more touchdowns. Touchdowns in each game against the Steelers and against the Bills. Against the Bills, 4 for 66 and a score. It's all added up to a contract extension, $36.5 billion. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Lots more NFL sprinkled through. We'll do a little deeper dive on Aaron Rodgers, what it means for the Steelers. Got a lot more Jaguars talk as they take a break and come back for the mini camp that will put an end to the off-season workout program. We'll welcome Matt Every to the party. That's coming here shortly in the 7 o'clock hour, sometime between 7:15 and 7:20. So golf talking more with Matty E as well. You're locked and loaded. That's a Football Fix. It's brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks, home this weekend. Get your tickets at jacksharks.com. And by the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly, and I'll see you on the course, the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. I got 4 tickets to the Sharks. Well, I don't. E does. And if you come kind, come courteous, they can be yours. We're back with the 7 o'clock hour. Next.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
All right, Tony Baselli here. Right here on your home for Jaguars football. 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Prosser here. Get those boats ready. The Dailies Old School Kingfish Shootout, presented by Yellowfin, is almost here. It's Saturday, June 14th. Just go to oldschoolkingfish.com to find out more. The grand prize is a Yellowfin bay boat worth $125,000, and with limited boundaries, no bait buying, and no checkout, it is seriously old school. Here's how you do it. You go online, you sign up, and you become part of what was always a terrific tournament. It's the Old School Kingfish Shootout. oldschoolkingfish.com.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Foods, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal. Pretty nice weather we're having, huh?
You think this is nice?
I mean, it's sunny, warm, We do live in Florida.
It's not all upside, Jason. Warm weather comes, so all the cool people hit the beach. My old air conditioner craps out, so it's 1,000 degrees inside, and I'm stuck on a video call in my underpants trying not to sweat through my...
Wait. Put these sunglasses on.
I'm not going to put on your...
Whoa. The air conditioning experts at Bueller Air and Plumbing can keep your home office cool and comfortable all summer long. You look good in your meeting, impress the big guy with your cool confidence, maybe finally make assistant deputy regional manager.
Wow, air conditioning can do that?
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all summer worried the weather is going to be too nice, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks, and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
What is the smallest NFL stadium? The answer coming up.
When you file a claim with Southern Oak Insurance, we schedule one of our trusted vendors to work directly with you, which means a faster claim resolution. Find out more at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Soldier Field in Chicago is not only the smallest, but is also the oldest, built originally in 1924.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
North Florida is growing with lots of new families joining our community. If you're one of them making the move here, your next move should be a call to American Electrical to create the best home automation system, enhancing your living experience. There are many ways your life can be made easier through smart home technology, voice-activated systems, automated lighting, total house temperature control. With American Electrical, they've got everything you need to automate your home and make it your true oasis. Check out American-Electrical.com, powered by professionalism and raising the excellence bar.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by TopDressing.com. Jaguar head coach Liam Cohen spoke Thursday about how Travis Hunter's versatility will elevate Brian Thomas Jr.
It's really just about creating balance and help maybe get one-on-one coverage elsewhere. It kind of helps dictate terms.
Pushing him to sharpen his skills through positive competition, BTJ welcomes the challenge, seeing Hunter's arrival as an opportunity to step up his own game.
We compete in everything we do. We come out here each and every day, just come out here striving to be the best.
Meanwhile, around the state, the Tampa Bay Rays keep rolling, securing another win against the Texas Rangers, while the Florida Panthers, down 1-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals, look to even the series tonight against the Edmonton Oilers at 8 p.m. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:02 and it's 74 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
This is how we do.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to
So I botched the travel plans and the scoring updates as we went along, but first we remind you. Hey! Ho! So I thought when you left Tuesday, they went to the game Tuesday night, that the Mets lost in like devastating fashion, right?
Right.
Well, it turns out they didn't go to that game. That was they traveled. The first game they went to was actually the game that they won the couple nights ago.
Oh.
Which meant yesterday, when they went back to Dodger Stadium, Chavez Ravine, that they had a chance to get a little 2-game sweep on the baseball trip.
Sweepity sweep.
Yeah. Yeah. One more time. Then they had a game yesterday that I swear was like a carbon copy of the one that he would have witnessed them losing the night before. Ultimately, I guess it was a 4-game series. They split it 2 games apiece. Hicken in his baseball trip, I think, moves on to Colorado. I'm not going to say anything about local legal. I don't know why they chose to go see the worst team in the league. I have my suspicions, but I kid because I care. But no, yesterday, Mets led 5-3, 8th inning. Dodgers come back. They had a crazy play at the plate. Dodgers beat them 6-5. So ultimately, even to the score, the results end up the same. But I had gotten it wrong. I tacked a loss onto that trip that really wasn't there.
Put an L on that man.
Yeah, it's too bad. But the L came back, right? Ball don't lie. L came back. I got a question for you.
Shoot.
I love it. I can't believe that this I watch too much ESPN. It's kind of on in the background. It's on here in the morning, so I see everything they do, and I know they go overboard on every single storyline. I mean, they exhaust every sidebar to everything, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Have you seen this one yet? Anywhere?
Which one?
Has anyone put this little up? Who's the most popular basketball player in Indianapolis right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Right, isn't it?
I would say Hallie.
Would you?
Oh, man, that's tough.
Yeah. Y'all know who plays in Indianapolis, right?
Caitlin.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark plays in Indianapolis. So, yeah, quickie poll. Tyrese Halliburton or Caitlin Clark?
Right.
Halliburton did it again last night, gang. He this postseason now 5 times he's put up a game-winning or game-tying shot in the final 15 seconds. 5 times he's taken it over in that situation. Now 5 for 5, man. That's beyond money. That's unheard of, E.
Yeah, that's crazy.
By the way, in the history of the NBA, game-winning or tying shots within the final 15 seconds, the all-time leader is LeBron. There's one other dude who is LeBron's the all-time leader with 8. There's one other player that had 5. Halliburton has 5 this postseason.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's some. I mean, clutch doesn't. There's a new word for clutch, man. Hyper clutch, super clutch, beyond clutch. That's just beyond clutch. What Tyrese Halliburton has done this postseason and did it again last night. And I said earlier, it was Jalen Williams. Did he even start? I was being sarcastic. Somebody told me he played 36 minutes. I knew he played, but, he had 16. He went let me look at this box score again. This is a problem. You can't have, your second best dude can't do this, man. He just can't. Jalen Williams, when you're protected, he can't go 6 for 19 from the field, man. Can't do it. Chet Holmgren can't go 2 for 9. At the end of the day, Shai Gilgeous provided just about all the scoring in the game period for either side. He was the individual superlative. I thought Obi Toppin was huge last night. He had a bunch of threes.
Yeah, he did.
Just a bunch of he ended up with 17 points. In fact, that was third highest on the team. Pascal Siakam had 19, but see, he did his on 7 of 15. Meanwhile, you got Jalen Williams is giving you 17. He's doing it on 6 for 19. Far less efficient. The Pacers also, they kill you with those 3-pointers, man. 18 of 39. That's almost 50% from 3. I guess that's how you can turn the ball over 25 times. 19 turnovers in the first half. They look like the Bad News Bears. But somehow the lead at the half was only like 12. They kept it within shouting range, man. But that was about it. I don't like this text I've received on the line. It's got me down.
Oh.
It says, back up your phone info. That thing is going to stop working. Guts are slowly rusting. I don't need that.
That is a fair point, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
slowly, if there was water in there, wouldn't it be giving me some sort of indication in today's day and age of technology? Wouldn't my phone be telling me, hey, by the way, boss, I'm about to shut down?
Not immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's working fine here. I'm going to go with I got a waterproof phone. That's what I'm going to go with. I don't, what you bet, like, I don't, anyway.
Yeah, it could just, I ain't even going to speak that into existence.
No, I don't want to either. Well, we said this yesterday because I worried, like, short term, even though it was working, should I be doing something? So we did do the whole rice. If y'all missed it and you're late to the program, my phone spent 5 minutes on the bottom of the St. Johns River yesterday. And we were able to fish it out. My buddy fished it out after about 5 minutes, and it's working. It's working fine. We did everything we could at the time. It seemed almost dry when he handed it to me, which was weird. So, here we go. If it's a fairly new phone, the water, what does it say now? Did I also drop the computer into the bottom of the, that's right. I dropped the computer into the bottom of the St. Johns River and it doesn't work. That's what it was. I thought it was my phone, but I actually dropped the computer into the bottom of the St. Johns River, and so it's not working. Or does it just feel that way? Let's see. If it's a fairly new phone, the water resistance is great. Yeah, I think it's okay, man. I'm not gonna buy into that juju, man. I don't need that. Anyway, Pacers take game one. I'm glad because you feel like, E.T., if the game had gone like it looked like it would, and like I'm saying, I watched that game, there was never a part that I thought Indiana was winning.
Right.
Even then, they got to 3 with 30 seconds. It just felt like Oklahoma City was always going to do just enough, even though they weren't playing great, to hold them off, and until they didn't. But what I like about it more than anything is I think it almost guarantees us we're going to have a good series. By the way, y'all, I think we've documented it as Oklahoma City has played this postseason. But we're talking about an Oklahoma City team, gang, that was 68-14 in the regular season. They won 68 games. The Pacers are good. They won 50. It's a really good team. They were a 9.5-point favorite. They blew a 15-point lead with 8 to go. Those are sometimes things that cost you championships. That, lack of focus. That the Pacers just dirty you up, don't they? Just muddy you up. And they don't have anyone that's, when you look at them, they just don't scare you to death until they do. Boy, Nembhard had a beautiful little crossover top of the key step back 3 over Shai Gilgeous last night late. They were down 6, and Nembhard, the former Gator via Gonzaga. He and Shai go at it, they're both Canadian. They're both on that Canadian national team. So Nembhard and Shai Gilgeous go back and forth. At one point, they were going to be Florida teammates, you might remember.
Shai almost went to Florida?
Yeah, Nembhard went to Florida, and Shai almost went to Florida, and then decided when Mike White was hired, he went to Kentucky instead. And then Nembhard, I think, was in that same class, or maybe one later. Nah, it probably would have been one later. Anyway, Nembhard made some big plays last night, but Halliburton, it's just unreal. Again, didn't do much last night. Halliburton was 6 of 13, only 2 for 7 from 3. Didn't go to the foul line, and he had only 14 points on the night. Only 12 points when that ball left his hand with a half a second to go. But for the 5th time, without fail, 5 for 5 this postseason. The rest of the NBA, with a chance to tie or win inside of 15 seconds, there have been 26 shots this postseason. They've made 4. They're 4 for 26. The league is. Halliburton's 5 for 5. I don't know how better you can position that as to how clutch that this dude has been. Remember the girl we were talking about? The Texas Tech softball pitcher?
Yep.
How it was supposed to be an intentional walk. She left it too close to the plate, and the Texas girl. And we've also told you the wild card with softball is these pitchers, because of the style, the way you throw, there's no innings restriction. Dominant pitchers can pitch every game. And so she came back for game 2. And after giving up the lead in the game 1 loss, she was determined to not surrender it again. The tying run on 3rd in the final inning, the Red Raiders ace had one thought: just go get her. Kennedy did that. She struck out Caden Henry on 3 pitches. Texas Tech wins 4-3. It sends them to the Women's College World Series Championship with the decisive 3rd game coming up today. Look, this women's college softball is every bit as interesting and as exciting as the baseball is.
Yeah.
And these girls get at it, and they're good.
Do they have different pitches as well?
Yes. Oh, yeah, they throw risers, they throw drop balls, change ups. Yeah, they do all
they got that fastball.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like sometimes you lose a little bit of perspective if you're watching it and they'll put up on the gun it was 77 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Well, they're 15 feet closer than the baseball.
Yeah.
So it translates to they'll put this up like in Little League. It translates to like mid-90s. You got to catch up with it, from 15 feet closer. So, yeah, anyway, the baseball regionals, that means both FSU and Miami get going today. So by the time we rejoin you on Monday, we will know whether or not it's off to Omaha for both Florida State and Miami. All right, I got a lot of Jag stuff to get to as we move along today. We've got Matt Every in studio with us coming up here in just a few minutes, so we look forward to that. The Pro Football Focus rankings continue to trickle out. Where do we stand in a couple of those categories? Also, the overall rosters. I'm curious to see what Pro Football Focus says top to bottom the Jaguars look like. They look improved to me, and I wonder how it would compare even to a year ago. So we got plenty to package up. We got more material than we have broadcast clock. That should equal a good show for you as we keep it rolling on a GFL Friday. We return next live on 1010XL inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
You're in the pole position with 1010XL this Sunday at Michigan International Speedway.
Let's go racing!
Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Hey, say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hick it here from my friends at Bowden Eye. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you the latest options. Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision, no hassle, no fuss. Are you ready to see the difference? It's easy. Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
You tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now. Don't miss Renewal by Anderson's 30th anniversary sale. Buy one window or patio door and get one 30% off. Financing options are available and this offer expires June 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. In summertime, it really can stretch out most of the year because we love the warm temperatures here in the Sunshine State. Greg, give them an idea of what Honda has to offer.
They are all over the board. They've got Honda scooters, Honda motorcycles, we've got Honda boats, we've got Honda side-by-sides. So whatever you like, we've got it.
That means adventure is waiting.
That's right. And we're ready for you.
In the showroom, you can find all that Honda has to offer on Atlantic near Regency or check out Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
Hey, Hicken here, and every Friday I'll help you put together your sports weekend so you know where you want to go and what you want to do. Watch for Musings with the Media Mogul on YouTube and Facebook. Locked down by Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said, "Gone boating." But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jax Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
A chipped windshield can turn into a big problem fast. Lauren Brooks here. Trust Novus Glass of Jacksonville for expert repair and replacement. Call 904-289-2905 for Novus Glass in Orange Park. 904-289-2905.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
This is a fun break because Matt has arrived here. And I did a charity tournament, the Dreams Come True tournament with the folks that Live Forever Golf. I don't want to brag, but we won apparently. So I got and I had it closest to the pin. I got all kinds of, I got a grab bag here, all kinds of equipment, man.
That 58 look good in there, man.
I got a 58-degree wedge there from Callaway. I got a little Stroke Lab Odyssey putter, huh?
What's your favorite club?
And then the trophy.
What's your favorite club?
My favorite club?
Yeah. I have one. It's just the one that I hit the best.
Yeah, I hear you. I think what happens when you I don't want to overstate like a skill level. I think when you get to a certain point, your favorite club is the one that you're hitting good at the moment. You know what I mean? Like when you're starting, you get comfort clubs that you're going to hit it.
That's what it is.
See, you hit that one good 80% of the time, and your other ones you hit 40%. For me, they all can come or go. So I don't. But the ones, trustworthiness. Like if I've just, and it's got to be a real golf shot. Yeah, I'm probably like an 8-iron,
Okay.
Just a nice little 8-iron's probably good. If I could just have anything, I'd like to be like about 158 yards and have an 8-iron. That would be the most confident, comfortable swing I can make, I think.
Safety blanket for your boys at 56, man.
The putter is I get it. Sure it is. That makes a lot of sense. The wedges should be the comfort club for most golfers, most that are just getting going. Speaking of golf and your neck of the woods, Mulvaney, is that how you say his name?
Mulvaney, yeah.
Tyler Mulvaney is an amateur at Fleming Island. Now, I just saw he just won something big or qualified for something big. I'm not sure which one. We have just a fantastic, fabulous collection of young golfers here on the First Coast. I mean, we've been tracking this Miles Russell kid for a while. And look, Matt Every is going to sit down and join us. How you doing, bro? You got a nice clean shirt. He came in a mess. Had to carry all the winnings in.
Carrying in trophies.
And then he just, he spilled coffee all over himself, but thankfully he's got, he's got Live Forever Golf, coming out the trunk probably. How hard is it? I was just about to mention this.
To blow a 6-run lead.
Why do you got to come in with that?
Well, it's on TV right now.
Yeah, I understand, but I'm right in front of you talking about a relevant golf story that I was going to run by you.
What do we got?
Is Mulvaney still in high school, isn't he? He's going to be a senior, or is he just graduate high school?
What's this kid's first name?
Tyler Mulvaney. Do you know him from Fleming Island?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, he's an amateur from Fleming Island. A little 2 under par yesterday, round 1 of the Canadian Open.
Oh,
yeah, I'm not sure what grade he's in.
T42. I think he's 17. I think he's going to be a senior.
He's T17 at 2 under par? Nice.
He's T42 at 2 under par. Yeah, I think he's 17 years old, I think.
What did DeMarco's kid shoot yesterday?
You guys are, he's with y'all, isn't he?
Clothed him, yeah.
All right, let me find out. I'll ask you. Sounds like that might be time to make a call to Mulvaney out there, Fleming Island. Right. Let's see. Who am I looking for? Oh, DeMarco. Yeah, smart people.
You've already beat the Braves to death this morning, haven't you?
No, what happened, you weren't yesterday. I very calmly, yesterday.
You already saw this coming.
More prophetically, I laid it down yesterday. The season was over going into it yesterday. I said it, and then they went out and showed exactly why I said it. In fact, let me share with you the privacy of a personal text with one of my friends.
Okay.
I woke up to this morning. I just had enough. Holy bleep, dude. Just saw the highlights of the Atlanta game. I see why you said what you said this morning.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave up the season yesterday. We didn't have a funeral. We didn't do any pomp and circumstance. Didn't play any music. There was no official eulogy. But but yesterday I declared the season over, and so then this happened, and so it was, wasn't it? He's there. Yeah. In case you're missing it, the Braves.
Isn't that easy to get a hit in the bigs? I mean, I feel like sometimes if you just threw a guy who can get it over the plate.
He'll hit to someone
out of bad luck. You're gonna you're gonna just miss it a little bit or something like that.
Yesterday, every ball that hit a bat found a hole. It
was
matter.
unbelievable.
You can't.
It was. I watched it.
Yeah, I was watching it. I'll be honest. I watched it till 10-9. Knew exactly what was coming, I switched it.
Okay, so I picked it up at 10-6.
Okay.
I didn't know it was.
I had 10-4. They homered like the first at bat.
4-run lead.
Yeah. It's a 6-run lead. The Braves with 6-run leads going to the ninth had been 556-0. So that's just where this Sharman team is. It's Team Sharman. They've got no guts. This team will never win. And it's got some good names. I would blow it up. And I would start over. These guys can't compete, man. You got to find out who the Sallies are and get rid of them. And let's go play. This is a grown man's game. It's a whole summer of hard knocks baseball.
What's the first change you're making?
I'm keeping Acuna, and every single one of these JAs can go. Every one of them. I'm not keeping another. I'll keep Acuna. I'll keep Spencer Schwellenbach. I'll keep Drake Baldwin. That's it, man. That's it. That's all. Those are the only must-keeps in the organization right now. That's how fast and how hard things have fallen. And if you have a collection of 25 supposed professional competitors and they can't hold a 10-4 lead, they're not trying. They don't care. And so I would encourage a blackout. Braves Nation, don't show up one Thursday night and let them play in front of what they deserve. 0 people. Maybe that'll get someone's attention.
I mean,
yeah.
You hear this guy?
Black them out, baby.
Jeez.
Yeah. You started this. I'm fine. I'm good with it. I said yesterday the season was over.
You did. He did.
So why am I going to be bothered by blowing a 10-4 lead? That's what loser, no heart, Sharman soft teams do. I literally said to myself at 10-4 before it started, don't you blow a 10-4 lead. Don't you? Yes, I did.
No way.
Guess who was in?
Didn't they make a move yesterday afternoon?
Kimball, that came after the game. Guess who started it?
Who?
Your favorite pitcher. What's the last pitcher in the world that should be on the mound with a 6-run lead? Blewett. Blewett started it all. My man's pitching in the major leagues, and his last name is Blewett, bro. You got to get a name change.
Yeah, that's tough.
You got to officially change your name. If Cardi
you can't
B
be
can
a
do
reliever and have the name Blewett.
Right.
You can be any other position.
That's right.
But you cannot be a reliever.
Correct.
Yeah.
There used to be a kicker whose last name was Blewett. Maybe South Carolina somewhere. Same thing. Yeah, same spelling. Blewett. Well, we blew it all right, and that'll do it for baseball talk.
My sources are telling me that the young man from
Mulvaney,
Island,
yeah,
he's an upcoming senior.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He will be a senior, so that's impressive. No, Matty, he's a very decorated amateur golfer. He's won some amateur events.
I mean, I thought you don't need to ask me if that's impressive or not. That is super impressive.
I mean, but to be 17, especially, yeah.
No,
well,
for
your
sure.
perspective more. I mean, those are grown men out there trying to make a living. Dude, we saw the high school kid dominate, the 17-year-old in Atlanta dominate U.S. Open qualifying. We see these kids just more and more prepared, aren't we? Is it? I equate young guys coming into pro golf now kind of like the difference in college quarterbacks coming into the NFL. They're so much more ready.
Yeah.
You know, college systems now, you know, they throw the ball, they throw it around all over the place. And kids today are playing gut-wrenching tournament golf when they're 8. Their parents are putting them in the Escalades and driving them to these big tournaments, and they're getting all kinds of. How much instruction did you get as a kid, Matt? A ton.
Yeah, I mean, I got.
But you played other sports. I mean, you weren't 8 years old just on the driving range every day, were you? Because a lot of them are today.
To soul league off at like 15 or 16.
Okay, and then you knew you had the talent. Your parents knew, and so you invested.
Stopped growing. So basketball was out the window.
Sure.
And then
they used to call you the next Vince Carter.
You know, you should have seen me run screens on the baseline there at Mainland High School.
I could see you doing that. I could see you have a screener's mentality.
Oh my gosh, dude. Give me that corner.
Okay.
Anyways, I did get instruction. It was maybe like once a month or less.
How many junior golf tournaments did you play before you went to Florida?
Plenty, but I wasn't like a
ranked junior.
I wasn't touring a junior circuit.
Which some of them are now.
Yeah.
And would that touring these junior circuits, just getting used to the format even, right? Of travel, of multiple round tournaments. That doesn't no. It's just how good can you hit the ball?
Yeah, you're just no.
That's more of a
not
mental
doing anything for me.
So is today's golfer any more or less immune or prone to the pressure? I just find a 17-year-old be in a PGA event shooting 200 be stupid.
Maybe there's two lines of thinking here.
Okay.
I mean, there could be your way, and I don't disagree with you. I do think a lot of them are more ready, whether it's instruction or just they've seen their peers, you know, have success kind of right off the rip. You know, the other line would be, hold on, I had a brain fart here.
I was talking about whether or not they're ready. One thing, they are ready because of all they played and the experiences.
The other line might be, well, they just don't know any better.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, and that's probably a real thing.
That's probably the other side, and probably not every one of them are like that.
It kind of goes with a good, a quality player out there. They used to say you either need to be really smart or really dumb to be elite.
Yeah,
and you can't be in the middle.
Okay, I think it goes to show you though the strength of junior golf, and I mean there's one name who rightfully has dominated the junior world, Miles Russell.
Yeah,
but
sweet.
I haven't seen him make a cut on the PGA Tour, and Mulvaney is at 200 par, is in position to maybe do it today.
Yeah, Miles hasn't. He hasn't.
I think he got close. I think he finished at 100, but I think he made a cut on a Corn Ferry event, but I don't think he's made a cut on a PGA
Yeah,
Tour.
that'll be a fun watch this afternoon.
Yeah, see how he does. We'll see how he does. So there's that. I got a speed trap alert in play here. We got a speed trap alert out that neck of the woods, just over the Buckman, FHP 295 eastbound down after the Buckman, right after the toll lane ends. Keep those speeds down and keep that cash in your pocket. Did you watch that NBA Finals game on last night?
Oh, I had a night last night.
Oh, yeah. What does that mean?
My boy was supposed to have a scrimmage.
Your boy being your son?
Yes.
Okay.
Guy rained out. So then my daughter's softball team decided that they were going to go have a watch party
for the Texas Tech.
Yes.
Okay.
So
you ended up there with all the gals
at like 8:30. I mean, first pitch went until 8:50.
Oh no, you didn't see Arlene. Well, could you catch it on the screen?
I watched probably the first.
But it didn't get good till the end.
I know.
So you probably went to bed thinking it was fine.
No. So we came home and the game the softball game was getting good too.
Sure.
And it wraps. You know, I can't change that off the TV. My daughter would kill me. So. We watched into that, and then right when that's done, I flip it over, and Helly is knocks down
right
at 3, literally right, or the long 2, yeah, right when I changed it. Yeah, it was perfect timing.
That's just, I mean, these numbers that I've dropped in this morning, well, they're worth saying a couple more times, but they're just outrageous. Dude's 5 for 5 under 15 seconds. The rest of the league in the postseason is 4 for 26.
I'm obsessed.
That's crazy. And he's a hard one to position.
Yeah.
You know, mostly NBA stars aren't built like this, where you're star enough that you're an all-star and you're a dream teamer, but you're by no means would you be going the top 10 of a free-for-all draft.
Right. What did
Yet
he
when it
how many
matters-
points did he score last
14.
night? Right. Yeah.
Now he'll have
he can go off for 30, 35. Yeah.
He can. I think he had one game 42 in the postseason, but for the most part, he's going to give between 14 and 24. But the clutch gene, bro, is just beyond.
there.
It's hyper clutch.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude 5 for 5, man. 5 for 5.
It's like he has his spot. I mean, the Walter Clayton play where he went in and then went back out.
Yeah.
And
He's done that
obviously-
twice.
Yeah, there was obviously a lot of luck with the bounce involved, but sometimes these guys, they're just trying to get to a spot.
You know-
they get to their spot. They're like, "That's my spot.
You
That's
bring
my
it-
spot."
And you bring up a great example. I wonder, because the Gators had some game. I don't know if they had game tying or game winning, but as hot as Walter Clayton was, as unbelievable as he took over, he wasn't 5 for 5 on that second shots. That is just amazing. I've been on Halliburton for a while. I said I got a good friend. One of my best friends is a Oshkosh, Wisconsin native, so he's been on Halliburton, since he's been coming up through the system. And, started out there in Sacramento. Paul George set up the finals for us.
Hey.
Each of those teams traded. One traded, got Halliburton out of the deal. The other traded and got Shea Gilgeous out of the deal.
Are you coming around on Halliburton?
What the helly?
What the helly?
Yeah, I'm coming around on him, man. He's been playing well. Like Jeff said, he's not he's a superstar, but he's not.
What do you think it is? Like, what's holding him back from being a superstar?
You got to score more.
You got to score.
Yeah,
In today's
you gotta
NBA,
score.
you're not a super. What did Halliburton average on
It
the year?
has nothing to do with like his personality or anything.
No, he's got a good personality.
No, I agree. Is it too good? Is he too nice?
No.
I think it's perfect. There's a place for
it's
that.
not too nice because the choke side.
Because he's got some of that dog in him too.
but-
He did the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
He ain't all just Mr. Choir Boy now.
Yeah, but he's not like. There's nothing threatening about.
What do you
Halliburton.
need him to be?
Well,
Steph Curry ain't threatening.
Yeah, I need him to score about
yeah,
30.
but I don't look at. I'm not. Still don't look at Halliburton as like a stone cold killer.
Well, you
But there's
don't
not a
play
lot
for you don't play for the Knicks or the Bucks or the Thunder.
You're right.
There's
because
not-
they
Right.
do.
That was probably a bad.
There's
take.
not a lot,
That's
but there's
bad
not a
take.
lot of stone cold killers in the league. There's not, like, with that mentality, that Jordan mentality, that Westbrook mentality, that Derrick Rose mentality. There's very few guys that have that.
I just want to know why guys like you aren't respecting him. That's it.
I mean, like, he's just not that. He's just not him.
But he's 5 for 5.
Yeah, I mean,
15
yeah,
seconds.
he's real Robert Horry-ish. That's what he is.
I don't know. He's better than Robert Horry, isn't he?
I mean, he's better than Robert.
Yeah,
Horry, but he
way better.
He makes those shots. That's
I mean,
that's who he is.
it's fair to pause here and remind everyone that Tyrese Halliburton was on the Dream Team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's an all-star player. He's very well thought of. Now, he didn't play a lot in the rotation on the Dream Team, and there were questions if it should have been someone instead of him.
All
Jason
of those
Tatum
guys, all of
sitting
those
home
guys
waiting.
are gonna scare us. Like just because they was on the Dream Team, like the dude Derek White. Derek White don't scare nobody.
That's fair. That's fair. Derek White is,
he's a baller.
He's a similar player,
Correct.
really. Similar kind of to Halliburton. He's not going to get you 30 every day. He's not going to be your main. The deal with Halliburton is he's on a team where he's the main dude, but he performs like production-wise, except for those clutch moments, he performs like a guy who's the second or third best
Yeah,
team.
he averaged 18.
On a great team. Yeah, 18 points a game. I mean, that's probably 30th in the league. That's not a superstar. So to the question, why isn't he a superstar?
Okay,
It's the
there
lack
we
of
go.
scoring. You can't be a guard and not score and be a superstar. Although he may be putting that to a test. Maybe he is. Semantics for the most part. Take a quick time out here. That's the 10-minute drill. E.T., tell them what they won.
Pair of voucher tickets to be used at any Jumbo Shrimp game this season. The Shrimp are in town this week, and they're facing Durham's. But one lucky winner will win a pair of tickets right now by hitting me up at 904-641-1010.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Because touchdowns are more fun.
Pump fakes left, now throws it over the middle. Touchdown! 3 touchdowns tonight.
1010XL.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Want to support a locally and veteran-owned company? If you need a new AC, we should be your first and only call. Ideal Conditions keeps you cool. Just ask your AC. Call 904-500-COOL or visit idealconditionsjacks.com.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
Idealconditionsjacks.com.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Proz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Looking for summer fun the whole family can enjoy? Check out Wick, a candle bar. Make your own custom candles and body care products in store at Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialist for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialist take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Looking for a great place to enjoy some craft creations and soak up some scenery? Fernandina's Mocama Beer Company is a must-see and must-try. Nassau County knows it. Visitors need to find out about it. Mocama means near the big water where the sun is born. And if you visit their tap room in Fernandina Beach, you'll see how they've mastered equal parts precision and art in creating great flavors from IPAs to Pilsners, lagers, and sours, plus plenty more. Mocama.com, Mocama Beer Company. Start an adventure and find them in Fernandina.
Love is in the air. At Beards Diamonds, listen up. Couples, this is a great offer. Hicken here from my friends at Beards Diamonds. Out for a limited time. Buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. That's right. When you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000. Woo! You about to get married or been married for years, thinking it's time for an upgrade? You can't miss the deal of the year on the ultimate symbol of love. Beards has hundreds and hundreds of bands. Top designers, white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands, eternity bands. Oh, my goodness. Nobody has a bigger or better selection of wedding bands than Beards. So get to Beards. Find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second free. Hey, the big box corporate jewelry stores, they can't touch this. But Beards can. Through June 23rd, buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss the opportunity to celebrate. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center. Shop local.
Share your voice anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Are you serious? Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
If you can't call or email, text us 641-1010.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Man, don't let your yard be torn up by that heavy aeration machine this spring. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to learn more about our granular aeration. Broadcast throughout the tree and shrubs to break up that compacted soil. Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
It's a battle of football champions as your Sharks take on the Arizona Rattlers. Don't miss any of the action this Saturday, June 7th. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try the new Family 4-Pack. 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
It's a battle of football champions as your Sharks take on the Arizona Rattlers. Don't miss any of the action this Saturday, June 7th. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try our Family Fun Pack. 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. For tickets, go to jackssharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700.
Go Sharks! Toe 10XL is presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
During the text line, I'm going to take all golf questions. I'll drop them in as we go along, but they're good ones. Okay. I don't even know what it is. I keep hearing them reference it. I just know it provides a path. But your thoughts on PGA Tour University?
I love it.
You like it?
Yeah. Way.
How does it? Tell me what it is.
Basically,
I've heard, like I said, I don't pay attention to these names that aren't.
Just to dumb it down, we were the only.
Talk to me like I'm me.
Yeah, sure. We were the only sport forever that didn't have a direct pipeline for the best college players to the tour. You just had to go to Q school no matter what. That's changed with PGA Tour. There's a point system now throughout college where these guys can accumulate points, and there's a ranking system. And if you're number one, you get a PGA Tour card. I think David Ford from North Carolina just got it, but that's how Ludwig got out there. It's how Thor Bjornsson got out there, and
they've been performing pretty well.
Exactly. That's
it's just
the thing.
one spot. I don't have a problem.
Well,
with
it
that.
is. I would like them to go more. Yeah, like
Okay.
2, like 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too. There's no draft that you automatically get your cash. You should get some reward for what you've done without it. Just you should be able to.
And so far they've produced. So that's the other thing.
Yeah. Well, and even if they didn't right away, because there's this, you should be allowed, because of what you've done to position yourself there, you should be allowed to fail more than other guys who haven't done as much. Off the bat, I'm saying.
There's an interesting one right now. I think he might have played yesterday. So this kid, Gordon Sargent, he was a world beater in college, like the early part of college. So much so that he locked up a tour card through this ranking system somehow. But apparently he's just completely lost it. And
Like shooting 85 and stuff.
Yeah. Well, hold on. He
he
might
play
have played.
yesterday?
I'm looking. I'm just going to start from the bottom here. Well, 1 over. So that's okay. Yeah, that's respectable.
About the same as Rory, I think.
Yeah. I think this place is kind of wide open.
Rory's still not playing well. The scores were low yesterday.
Really?
9 under was the leader. So, yeah, there's let me see. I
New
have it.
course up there. TPC course.
Yeah, you've got, actually, he's Thor Bjorn Olsen. Didn't you say he was one of those winners?
Yeah, or
the college guys?
Michael Thor Bjornsson.
Oh, okay. Thor Bjorn Olsen is 10 under
He's
par.
the one that got
He's
arrested
1
on the
under today.
plane.
Thor Bjorn?
Yeah.
Oh,
remember?
they got all like Xanax and whatnot?
Yeah.
Cameron Champ is 9 under. You picked this guy, obviously, Cristobal del Solar.
Yeah.
He was T1.
Cam
after
Champ's
round
9 under.
9 under, 1 under today. Boy, you want to talk about feast or famine. That dude about twice a year.
I feel like if he pops up on a leaderboard, I'd immediately think the golf course isn't that great.
Really? Is that just
I just think
discarded?
it must
Is
be
that
wide. It
discarded?
must be wide open and not much going on.
All right, boys, are you guys ready for this little exercise? This is what I do.
Yeah.
So it keeps us churning at the top of the industry.
Swipe.
Yeah, you ready? I'm just going to do a little exercise here. And you got to be honest. The winner is going to get a prize. But what we're going to do here, you, me, and Matt, is we're going to have a NBA draft.
Okay.
Matt and ET, pick a number between Matt, actually. Both, a number between 1 and 10. Okay, Matt, you go first.
I got it.
All right. ET, you got yours?
Yep.
Okay. Show me with your fingers what your number was. Okay. What's yours, ET? Say it out loud. 7. Matt wins. ET said 7. Matt said 6. The number was 3. Interesting. You went 6-7. My birth year, 67.
Oh.
All right. You get the first pick. Who are you taking?
What, right now?
Yeah, right now. Pull up the season leaders. We're coming in hot here. But yeah, Shea Gilgeous, Jokic, Giannis.
Oh, okay. I was about to take Walter
league.
Clayton. I didn't know you were talking about here.
current players in the NBA. Players in the world. However, let's have a draft. And
I'm drafting my team right now.
You're drafting. We're going to draft. ET will pick second. I'll pick third.
Give me SGA.
I want to make it fair.
You take SGA?
Yes.
Oh, give me Joker.
Okay, he's taking Joker, and I'm going to take Giannis. Okay.
Actually, that was a terrible. Hold on. I want to start this over.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can't. All right. I already messed
You went
up.
SGA,
All
buddy.
right.
He went Jokic, and I went Giannis. Now it's back to you.
I'm gonna go. Well, I got my backcourt, I guess. I'm going to go Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I love that. That's a good pick. You've come back strong there. Who are you going with, ET?
I'm going Luka. I won.
Yeah, Luka's good. Luka was kind of forgotten there, wasn't he?
God, you did. Yeah, you did.
That was a good pick.
I won.
Yeah, that was a good pick. I was going to go Luka, and he just came to.
I don't know if you won though. Those two together,
two,
you turn it into a track meet, and I don't know if they're keeping up late.
All right,
I'm going to take Tatum. You're darn right, I am. Yeah, and I'm going to gladly take Tatum.
Yeah, you are.
Back to you there.
Okay, I know. I am going to go. I got to go big here. Give me.
We're getting to a lot of the sameness, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
What are we, 9 picks in already or 6? Yeah, this is 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Man, did you take Tatum?
I did.
You did. Give me Banchero.
Okay. Pablo Banchero.
LeBron James.
Yeah, he's taking LeBron James. All right, we'll just stop it here. The point is, we can keep going here. We can keep going, and Tyrese Halliburton's name not going to be
right.
See, I got you off track at least well enough. I didn't want you to associate.
You got me way off track.
I didn't want you to associate this with a Tyrese Halliburton take, so that's why I put you in the mud for a second. I'll pull you out now, but that kind of explains where Halliburton is. He's a star. He's not a superstar, but he makes superstar plays. None of the guys I mentioned can hold clutch time can hold Halliburton's equipment bag. Not a one of them. Maybe LeBron historically. He's got 8 of those plays in his career. He's been playing for 49 years. Halliburton has 5 this year. It's the clutch part that amazes you. It's not the overwhelming talent. It's not the overall game. It's not the way he carries himself. It's the clutch. It's that last 5 seconds. He wants the ball.
Did you have the money line last night?
No, I should have, though. I told you I like the 9.5.
Yeah, you did.
I did like the 9. Not enough to play. I like a lot of stuff. I don't gamble, so I never put anything on any of these things we talk about. But I'm not afraid to give you free money, and I'll do that every now and then. Last night wasn't a free money. It's easy after the game. By the way, the only question watching the game all night was, are they going to cover?
Yeah.
I mean, they were up 7.
They were right at the number the whole night.
The whole night.
The whole first half they were.
The whole night, Maddie. They led by 15 with 8 minutes to go. They were, this was. And you know what? Again, somehow these playoffs, we've had 5 or 6 of these comebacks, and none of them are the same. Like, some of them are a definite choke. Others are a definite charge. And then this one just settled.
Yeah.
Just kind of settled with Indiana winning by point. I don't know if I've watched. It never felt like they were going to win the game, man. But this dude Halliburton and his want for the ball in the moment is spectacular. There are dudes that don't want that ball all the time, man. Scottie Pippen once refused to go into a game.
Is that real?
Yeah, but it wasn't because he didn't want the ball. It's because he did. So there's that. Or was it the other way around? I can't remember. I think
he wasn't going to get the ball.
I think they called the play for Kukoc and he touted and stayed out. I don't think it was the other way around. Scottie, you're going to take the shot. No, coach, I ain't playing. I don't think it was that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Wow, so that existed back then too.
Oh, yeah, sure. Wow. It's been around forever. It just didn't go on social media and be viral in 15 seconds.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. Do anything for you?
Yeah, it does.
You have a
If I'm a Steelers fan, it does a lot more than him not being there.
And that's fair.
For 1 year.
Yeah.
And I know it didn't go great at the Jets, but you got to think just the leadership in general in Pittsburgh is a lot better than what's going on in New York. And hopefully Aaron, maybe he learned something from his year there as well.
They signed traded for DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
But they've traded away George Pickens.
Yeah.
Not a lot there. What are we talking? Calvin Austin? I mean, who are we talking about catching balls? Van Jefferson? Who's up there?
I remember I met Aaron a long time ago.
I remember at the Pebble.
I met him a couple times. 1 year in Phoenix, he was playing in the Pro-Am.
Now, I'm going to ask this question with dead seriousness. Have you done a darkness retreat with Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Okay, good.
I haven't. So I was in Phoenix 1 year. He was playing in the Pro-Am, and I was going to go practice in between like the Pro-Ams in the middle of the day.
Okay.
So I was in the locker room and I'm getting a coffee and he just parks it right next to me, dude, and talks to me for like 30 minutes.
That just seems out of character for him.
Him and his handler. He had this. It was like his buddy. It was this little dude.
Was he tripping, do you think, or no?
No.
Okay.
This is pre all
Pre-trippy?
that. Way pre that.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
he's a young
He was
player.
dating like Danica at the time.
Oh, okay.
And
guy's had some interesting girlfriends through the years.
He has. So anyways, he was super cool. We talked about the Jags, and like Marquise Lee was on the team at the time, okay? Because he said Marquise was the only decent receiver we had. I remember him telling me that. And he also said there's like 4 or 5 guys in the league that make a difference, and everyone else is kind of the same.
He was right.
And
that
to me is, and I believe, like, look, that guy is a stud. I mean, you can, his personal stuff, whatever.
That we make fun of it more than
but
I
like
really
his
care.
athletic ability is
Still pretty good.
Pretty good. I know he's getting up there. But if he can turn those guys into kind of whatever, you get rid of George Pickens is the way that guy acts. It's a problem. It is.
Well, I think that was proven with the deal.
Yeah, and you bring in Metcalf, who's an animal. I mean, who knows, man?
Yeah.
It could be some. There could be something up there in Pittsburgh this year.
The problem for this move with Pittsburgh, and whether it's a problem, is debatable. There's only one, and this is awful tough with any move you make. Imagine any move you made in the NFL, any draft pick, any free agent signing, any trade. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The only successful outcome is a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You're getting the guy for 1 year, maybe 2. There's no growth. You're not going to build around him. You're not growing as a team with a younger quarterback. Now, I'm not saying that, listen, time is precious. And if you're a sports fan, you've only got limited years. So do the best you can every year. So to that end, the Steelers certainly are going to be better with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback than with anyone else they would have
better
added.
Chance to make the Super Bowl than anyone else.
Correct. The problem and the reality is, and you can't think this way as a franchise, so that part is fair. But at the end of the day, you've got Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud. I mean, down the line. And these are good young quarterbacks on good teams that Aaron Rodgers and the old Steelers just aren't going to beat 3 weeks in a row in the playoffs. Josh Allen or Joe Burrow or Lamar, one of those dudes and their great teams is going to get you. And now next year, guess what we're doing right now?
Well, he's got
looking for a quarterback.
Yeah, you're just delaying it. Well, clearly they were okay with that. I mean, they were delaying it for a year. And,
I guess. Well, no, the point is,
this has been in the works forever. This feels like it's been a done deal forever.
Well, it did for a while, and it felt like it might not, and now it is again. But that doesn't change whether this signing was announced 3 months ago or today. It doesn't change. It's such you limited your scope for overall franchise success. You're not going to get any better in the long run, and you got to win it all with him now, and then when you're done, you're still stuck with the same black hole at quarterback.
Well, and you're also bringing in Aaron. You're also guaranteeing, more than likely if he stays healthy, you're going to be in between that 7 and 10 win mark, and if you don't make it to the Super Bowl, you're in the middle of the road for a draft pick the next year.
It's kind of what they've been all along. All right, I got some interesting. We'll keep it the football vein going. But among 3 things that I've seen and ET has forwarded to me here, Pro Football Focus has ranked the NFL rosters top to bottom. I'm curious where ours stands through the lens of improvement, right? And so we'll do that and compare to some of the others. Also, PFF's positional rankings continue. Interior defensive lineman. We'll see if Eric Armstead shows up now back in his more natural position. And more Jaguars news as well.
We'll hear from hectic too, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Are we getting hectic? Oh, this could get real good.
No, I'm gonna have to. Y'all don't have to deal with the aftermath.
It's getting kind of hectic.
You 2 little chistosos will just run around all giggly, and I'll have to deal with the devastation that you've caused to feelings around here.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, turn that up.
Like mine can't get hurt. I can't speak for the rest of my.
All right, coming in at 16B.
Let's go to break right now. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Quenching your thirst for midday sports talk.
Something hot.
XL Primetime.
I hear we're getting a new cappuccino machine.
Josie, Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy.
Afternoons 2 to 4.
On 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Want your son or daughter to enjoy sports year-round? Then log on to i9sports.com with summer and fall registration open right now, including girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows, plus plenty of other spots and sports on the First Coast. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 for a discount.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Summer in Jacksonville is coming in hot. Lauren Brooks here. Beat the heat with Turbo Tint. Their window tint blocks up to 99% of harmful UV rays and keeps your ride cool and comfortable. Book today at orangepark.turbotint.com.
Mia O'Brien is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. You're on-road, you're off-road, now you're on the water. Greg, tell everybody what Coach and Honda is offering in the form of boats.
We've got the Honda boat, which is a great runabout fisherman. We've got the Coach boats. They're fantastic for getting out with a family. Nice lay-down beds, all with that legendary Honda motor on them.
Check them all out. They're waiting for you. You can see how you can be on the water with Honda or with Coach Pontoon Boats. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold's recently hit an all-time high at over $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Hey, Hicken here. Tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bowden Eye & Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like EVO implantable Collamer lenses or refractive lens exchange and classic LASIK, designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. It's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, they're keeping the First Coast focused.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer.
the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Lone Pronto. Jaguar head coach Liam Cohen shared insight into why the team reinforced its defensive line, bringing back DeJuan Smoot earlier this week.
Guys that have played meaningful reps in this league that can give us some meaningful snaps.
Meanwhile, Florida State continues its challenging road to Omaha, traveling to Corvallis for a 3-game Super Regional Series against Oregon State. The series kicks off tonight at 6 p.m. In minor league action, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp secured another victory over the Durham Bulls, with the series continuing tonight at 7:05 at Five Star Ballpark. And for fans eager to catch the Jaguars in action, the team will open one minicamp day to the public on Wednesday, June 11th at the Miller Electric Center. Free tickets are available, but they tend to go fast. Practice runs from 8:50 to 10:40 a.m. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:03, it's 75 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, the 2025 NFL football season will play out to a champion. Last year, that champion was the Philadelphia Eagles. Sometimes it's the team with the best overall roster. Sometimes it's the team that just is catching breaks and playing hot. Sometimes it's both. PFF has done a lot more than rank the rosters. They're ranking the roster. They're giving a breakdown of strengths, weaknesses, X factors, and rookies to watch for each team. So with all of that as the dynamic, where would you hope to be? Where do you think we'll be? I'll ask both of you. This isn't a power ranking. This is a grading and rating the roster. They can be different. It's nuanced, but they can be different. Your opinion on what a team is versus
what our
what the film says and all that could be a little different. So where do I think we'll be? Yeah, where do you think we'll be? Where do you?
I hope we'll be top half of the league. I think we'll be 24.
That's a really good guess. ET was going to say 24. What are you going to say now, E?
25.
Yeah.
Was he really?
I feel like he was. Yeah. I feel like, E, where do you think they're going to put us? I feel like he was going to say 24.
Yeah, I was about to say 22-ish.
Okay. All right. Where do you think we should be? Where do you think we are?
I think our...
Now, this is a difficult question because we're not looking at every single other team, but like when this all season first started, I didn't feel like we were improved like on a roster, but now I feel like the roster is way better than it was a year ago. Have I gotten ahead of myself?
I think we're underrated.
Yep.
I think so too.
I think we're about 15. Well, we should be like 15,
Goes
16.
back to what I said the other day too. I don't care what is attached next to our name of the 4 wins. You want to know you want to know what 4-win season and a 7-win season have in common? They both stink. They're the same thing.
You're playing golf together.
It does not matter. Like that to me doesn't affect me one bit.
All right. Well, according to Pro Football Focus, the number one most talented roster in the NFL, your defending champs.
Okay.
The Eagles, biggest strength, defense, biggest weakness, passing game. They have a good quarterback, and they have a great receiver, but they say passing game. All right, what do you think the second best roster is? Detroit? Nah, that defense. Yeah, is it Detroit? I'm looking.
Okay,
this is all blind. I'm blind.
I would say...
By the way, these are added up by grades. So I think that's how we're getting there. I don't think this is opinion. This is, film grades on guys.
Ravens.
Okay. Baltimore Ravens. Look at my guy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind the drop. Let's put you on, NFL Today.
Come on.
Biggest strength, the historic ground game. All right. Number 3. I don't know.
Lions.
Yeah, Detroit.
All right. Let's see. Number 3, the Detroit Lions. We're good, man. This is why y'all listen in the morning. We're not taking you down some wild card path with a bunch of nonsense. All right. Now it gets a little tougher.
What do they say the weakness is for the Lions?
It's got to be D-line, defense somewhere. Let's see. Biggest strength, offensive line. Biggest weakness.
Injuries. That's it.
Defensive line depth. In other words, they lost Aiden Hutchinson and they went backwards.
That's the other thing that makes me feel a little better. about our situation is I think everyone in the league has offensive line or just trench problems in general. Nobody's flush.
Well, even good teams, if you're viewed as the third best roster, and yet that can be a weakness. It's hard to be great everywhere. All right. What are we going to go? 4, it starts getting harder.
Okay.
What do y'all think? 4.
Okay.
I have kind of a wild thought here for 4. I don't know. What about Washington?
I think that's
not enough. I mean, their defense was playing good.
I got them down there at 7 or 8.
Okay. How about is it Kansas City?
Let me get.
I mean, don't we have to go Kansas City?
I wouldn't.
No.
Only
how many Super Bowls they got to go to
Actually,
for their top 4?
I would go Kansas City.
It's not the roster.
I'd go Kansas
I
City.
don't know, bro. They got Chris Jones. They got all this.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what? You're right. Their offensive line. Yeah, you're right.
Number 4, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow. Okay, now it's going to get hard.
Yeah,
all right.
I thought it got a little harder. Okay, let's go to 5 now. I think 5 is going to be Buffalo.
Hold on. Okay, so I got
I think Buffalo because they've got Josh Allen, they've got a real good running back in Cook, they've got a pretty decent defense. I bet you it's Buffalo. Shakir's highly graded. I need a guess because I'm going down to 5. And it's going to be I told you so. You going Buffalo?
Yeah.
E? Something other than Buffalo?
Let's just ride. Yeah, Buffalo.
Good. Number 5. The Buffalo Bills. Dang. All right, where are we going 6, boys?
Oof.
Okay, I'm going to go.
That's where I'd probably start saying Washington.
Okay, I'm between.
You know who might be sneaky higher? Green Bay. They're good offensively and defensively, so they might be a little sneaky higher.
What about?
We've nailed the top 5 pretty much in order between the one of us. I would have flip-flopped Detroit.
Where are you at with who's higher, San Fran or Green Bay? Do you think?
I like San Fran.
Yeah, I like San Fran more. But liking San Fran more. I'm gonna go Washington. I'm going Washington. San Fran, I'm cool with, and Green. Are we comfortable? San Fran, Washington, Green Bay, one of those 3.
One of those 3.
The roster.
What about? Okay.
Are we missing an AFC team? I feel like. What about Houston, man? In all fairness, I know we hate them. They got a lot of dudes, dude.
Yeah, I don't think they're that high.
Okay.
No. What about the Dolphins? Am I way off there?
Maybe not way off. I think they're probably more like 12 to 15. Okay. All right, here we go. 6. Oh, I forgot them. I meant to say them before. It's the Rams. I meant to say them, and I've pushed them to the back of my brain. So let's go to 7. No one mentioned them. 7 is the Houston Texans. See? Y'all got to listen to me, man.
Terrible list.
Wow.
Y'all got to listen to me.
Who made this
Terrible list?
Biggest strength, their pass defense. Biggest weakness, their offensive line. And, I mean, well, they got Mixon, Collins, Stroud, a good defense. What are y'all missing?
I still am not sold on C.J. Stroud.
Well, okay. Anyway,
he drank a lot of that Kool-Aid.
But about the same as Trevor.
A 3-week stretch.
Trevor's no better at this point, and the rest of their team is better than ours. If you look at their top end players, that doesn't mean they'll play that way.
Are they? Wait.
Okay.
Who are there? Nico Collins. Who else?
Well, the other guy's hurt, so they won't have him this year.
Who?
Oh, what's
number 3?
No, I mean, I was just
with the hair.
I had it.
Yeah.
It left my brain.
Tore his ACL, PCL.
Yeah, I was
receiver.
Correct. He did it in the back of the end zone against Kansas City.
He's having a nice year for them.
Yes, and he said 2 years.
It'll hit me.
Yeah, I'm I'm looking at Mechie and Kirk on their depth chart.
You're taking you Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter over their 2 top wide receivers.
I would take our receivers.
Yeah,
I would take those top 2.
Yeah.
But who is the guy? Is it D? Why I got D in my mind? It's a short last name. Is it like
Tank
Dell? That's it.
Yeah,
Tank Dell.
Yeah.
I
disagree. I think our skill position players,
and that's fine. But Nico Collins at this point is we got to catch him. I mean, as good as Brian Thomas Jr. was, Nico Collins' receiving grade last year was 92.3. I mean, that dude's top 3 when he's on and healthy, which we may get to anyway. You know a team that we forgot about, by the way? I haven't scrolled down, but I'm not going to do the same thing I did with the Rams. And before we start throwing Washington and some of the other, what about the Vikings? That was a 13-win team last year.
Yeah, with Sam Darnold.
Right. So the rest, in other words, the rest of
what about the Vikings? What is J.J. McCarthy? I mean, because when he came out of school, I'm not big on it. I did not see it at all.
You know what? Here's where I've gone with that. This Kevin O'Connell, he's got me for
You
life.
think he's
after what
just
he
the
did.
guy?
Yeah, if he says that guy's ready, I trust him. I'm not going to worry, but he'll be good enough. Because Darnold wasn't any good.
I could get behind that.
Yeah, he can probably play like Darnold.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
Number 8, the Vikings. Biggest strength pass catchers. They are good there, boy. Addison, Jefferson, Hawkinson, more.
Where do the Falcons fall on this list?
All right, now we'll just go. 9 was the Broncos.
Okay.
10 is the Bucks. 11 is the Commanders. 12 is the Chargers. You know who's missing here? The team that we kicked around already, the Niners. How far are they going? 13, the Packers. 14, the Niners. We were right. The Packers and Niners right around each other. They got him at 13 and 14. Now we're hopeful that you start to see Jaguars. The Cowboys are 15. The Falcons are 16. The Bears are 17. The Bengals are 18, behind the Bears, huh? The Cardinals are 19. The Colts are 20. I think we're better than the Colts. The Steelers are 21. That doesn't have Aaron Rodgers, though, so that might jump up. The Seahawks are 22. The Raiders are 23.
It's a terrible list, by the way.
Where's the T-shirt? This is a bad list. By the way, those Dolphins, 24. 25, Jacksonville Jaguars. Biggest strength in 2024 and improved supporting cast for Trevor Lawrence. It was baby steps in 24, but Lawrence's environment began to improve. The Jaguars allowed the 4th lowest pressure rate. Seemed to have found a star in Brian Thomas. The first-round pick ranked 5th in the NFL in 479 receiving yards on deep throws. Adding Travis Hunter and Liam Cohen, Lawrence finally start living up to his hype. Biggest weakness, one of the NFL's worst defenses. Nothing really went right for the Jaguars defensively in 2024. They allowed the 2nd most expected yards per play and ranked 3rd worst in yards per play. Also bottom 10 in run defense, pass rush grade, coverage grade. The lineup remains mostly the same in 2025, so they'll need massive improvement from multiple players. X Factor Trayvon Walker, rookie to watch. Who you think? So, well, listen, y'all said 24, it's 25. He said 25. You made him go 25. You got to earn your way out of this.
It's national media. They're so predictable.
You got to earn your way out of it. What part of 4 and 13 makes you deserve more?
Just a lazy take.
Here's the difference in lazy and lazy take. I'm going to tell you the difference.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is inexcusably, inarguably awful.
We got a new guy.
Okay.
We addressed that problem.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and everyone's in great shape right now at camp. What do you? All right. I don't see what the issue is.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, well,
have you not been listening?
My bad. Yeah, I have. My bad.
Everyone is.
Yeah, I thought our defense was bad.
Ready to roll.
We got all these extra pass rushers now, Ogba and Gardeck. I mean, we went and got Gardeck from the Cardinals. Everything's going to be fine. The sad thing is he's got 16 sacks, probably 3rd most of anyone. Well, that's not true with Armstead and Ogba and their lifetime achievements. Get ready for a little bit of Eric Armstead for me, ET. I'm going to go there in just a second, but first I got another list, and this, if the other one surprised you like to the negative, this one might surprise you to the positive. Is there any part of you that thinks that Eric Armstead would be a top 25 interior defensive lineman?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking y'all. It's rhetorical.
Yeah, I think so.
Eric Armstead was terrible last year. I mean, this is. I like the enthusiasm. I like just washing it all away as being out of position. But my God, if you're a dominant player in this league, just because they move you 3 steps to the right doesn't take you from all pro to non-consequential.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sold on Eric Armstead having anything to rediscover. He was a non-factor a year ago.
Has he had a body transformation?
I don't think so.
Since the end of last year.
But they moved him to edge, buddy, and he says that was the reason. So he was always a good interior, but he was never first team all pro. That's not what he was.
Yeah.
For example, he's 23rd. You know who's the 16th best interior defensive lineman still? Guess who's 16 on this list of interior defensive linemen?
Who?
Calais Campbell.
Wow.
Dang.
That man still plays defensive tackle better than anyone we've had play it since he left. He's been gone 6-7 years.
He's the Mercedes Lewis of defensive tackles.
Here's what they write about Armstead. He's moved from interior defender to edge defender throughout his career. So, by the way, this last year wasn't the first and only time that Eric Armstead ever got overwhelmed by the Bermuda Triangle of edge rusher. He's moved back inside, and he says he'll be, quote, an elite player once again. He's not wrong, as he did post a near elite single-season PFF overall grade of 89.6 in, and this is important, 2019. Where were you in 2019, E.T.?
I was still playing on the tour.
2019? I was here.
Can you, my point is this, can you take any value for a player going into the 2025 season based on what he did in 2019?
Yeah, no, he can't.
None.
Do that, man.
So we'll see.
It's a long time ago.
All right. Meanwhile, Eric Armstead himself still feels he can be a very good player. He's excited to move back to the defensive tackle position and ask with everything new, coach and staff and scheme, what he's working on in camp.
I'm always trying to improve my game. I watch a lot of film, do a lot of self-scout, see different ways I can incorporate new moves and new techniques to be effective out there and, staying in shape, staying strong, and then going out there and, giving them all.
So there's Eric Armstead. Certainly, hopefully, a move back inside. Again, it's a veteran player. He's you wouldn't expect him to continue to get better, but maybe some stability. Having these extra edge rushers, I will give Gladstone and the team credit. I mean, everything's so obvious that dude Balky wouldn't do.
Yeah,
we've needed that edge. That veteran edge pass rushing presence since we let Arden Key go, and he wouldn't do anything about it. It's just awful. And these draft picks that were recently released and got nothing out of, just a lot of wasted time and assets, quite frankly. Maddie, can you tell people what a TIO is? Do you know what a TIO is?
Temporary immovable obstruction.
Perfect. I'm going to ask your thoughts on that when we return on the other side. I got problems with this rule. I got problems. So you can give me the pro golfers a more unique professional perspective.
TIO,
baby. Next on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
There are moments in every life when we're faced with a choice that could change everything.
He's going for it. Great, glorious day.
Choose 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, Hicken here with a game changer. Look, I've tested the field, and I got a winner. It's Checkmate Coatings. And Checkmate Coatings, keyword there is coatings. That's my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results. And they'll coat anything, right? They can coat your garage. Start there, man. You change your garage, it is a game changer. Like I said, it is a game changer. They will coat your patio, your pool deck, your driveway, whatever you want, they can do. And Brendan's the owner. He's an awesome guy, man. Brendan's a local dude, understands floor coatings, understands the chemistry of it, can sit there and talk with you. He's got Jacksonville crews keeping prices low with no massive overhead. So here's what I tell you. Just check them out. Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings. It's your floor's missing piece.
Denny Thompson here. If you haven't heard, Tyson Sound and Security has a house built right inside their showroom, showcasing complete home automation and security systems. You have to see it to believe it. This setup can recognize intruders who approach your door and alerts them to leave if there's a break-in. Keep your family safe with the most state-of-the-art technology. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here. Summer heat is on the rise, but don't sweat it. Big Chief Tire has your back with $50 off all AC services. Whether your system needs a quick recharge or a full repair, their expert team will keep you cool and road ready all season long. With 5 locations across Jacksonville, trusted service is always nearby. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your AC service. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rollin'.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home this weekend at the newly renovated Bi-Star Ballpark. Join us tonight on Red Shirt Friday for fireworks. Florida Blue presents our Salute to the Negro League weekend with Jack's Red Caps button-downs to the first 2,000 fans through the main gate Saturday, plus more fireworks. Come early on Baptist Health Sunday Family Fun Day for Catch on the Field. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, affordable family fun.
Put the ball in the net with 60 Minutes of Soccer Talk. The Coaches Show presented by Sporting Jacks. Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Baylor. Tuesday evenings at 6 on 1010 a.m.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
It's the event everyone waits for. Now at Beard's Diamonds. Buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. Now for a limited time, when you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000. Are you about to get married or been married for years thinking it's time for an upgrade? There's nothing that symbolizes your love more than the wedding band. Beards has hundreds and hundreds of bands from top designers in white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands, pave set, eternity bands. And for men, masculine bands, wide, modern, with and without diamonds, hammered, brushed, engraved, lots of colors. Come to Beards now and find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't or won't do this, but Beards can. And it's happening now through June 23rd. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss this opportunity to celebrate your eternal love with the eternal symbol, Beards Diamonds, at St. John's Town Center.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Need the right tools for the job without the full-time price tag? Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach is what you need when you need it. From heavy machinery for commercial projects to weekend projects at the house, we've got you covered. We've been serving Jacks for 50 years. Visit Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach, just behind Aqua East Surf Shop, or call today. We also have event rentals too. Tucker Equipment Rentals. Tools you need without the price tag of purchasing.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Man, don't let your yard be torn up by that heavy aeration machine this spring. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to learn more about our granular aeration. Broadcast throughout the tree and shrubs to break up that compacted soil. Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We're back on the drill. So GFL Friday, that's Green for Life. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs. Trust us for all your guidance through this sports morning heading into a weekend. The Tour de Hicken baseball trip picks up a tough loss yesterday afternoon.
Historic losses for both of you guys.
Was it historic for the Mets
I
too?
saw something, the last 31 tries leading by 2 runs or more.
Yeah, they were fine.
Yeah.
Is that a little bit better than being 556-0?
No.
And then blowing it. The Braves blew a 6-run lead in the ninth. And again, just what I told you yesterday about this time. This is why I tell you these things. That's why I'm the godfather of Braves Nation. It's why I've forgotten more Braves baseball than any of you will ever know. It's why when I go on a rant and bury him, it's not out of some misplaced fandom, being a bad fan. It's trying to spare you from what is inevitably going to happen this year. And that's Team Sharman will stay just that way until we flush them down the toilet. And hopefully the commode doesn't back up, because that's what they are, a stinky pile. That's what the Braves are, and I'm done with them. Yeah, I'm just so disgustedly done with them. But this wasn't about that. You took me there.
Sorry.
That's okay. I thought Hick was at that Tuesday night game that would have been really tough to take. It turns out they didn't go to that. They went to Wednesday, a winner, then went to yesterday, and yesterday's game was a lot like Tuesday night's game.
Yeah.
They lost late, 6-5, same score. They go on to Colorado, and Hicken and the boys will follow. The superlatives for this Pacers team and their clutch gene, we're going to get into next segment. I've just been accumulating these stats that have been coming at me from all directions, and this historic cardiac effort this postseason is just remarkable. We went to break, though. I had a question. I told you I'm going to drop in golf questions as we go along, so if you've got good ones that you've been wondering about, I'll be the gatekeeper there, and if they get past, I'll ask Maddie. We talked about that PGA Tour University. Your thoughts on that? I think the temporary immovable obstruction is annoying to us golfers.
Is this a you question?
No, this is the TIO is off of the text line, but it is something that I've thought about before. It seems like it's too big of a good break.
Yeah.
So TIO gang is, say you're playing
basically a bleacher.
All right, say this. Say you're at the Players and you block your shot wildly to the right, but it's not out of bounds, but the bleachers are already up, so you can't get to the It's not just that they give them free relief. It's where they determine their actual first free relief is. I feel like it gets fudged too much, Matt. Free relief ought to get you so that you can bend it around it. You don't get a wide open look. Or am I wrong on that? Because your thought would be, well, if there's no bleachers there, I have a wide open look.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because
often what will happen,
unfortunately, it's part, it's not just a sport. There's an entertainment aspect to it, and they have to set these bleachers up in certain spots. Now, if
have you ever had an incident on the tour with someone you're playing with or where you disagreed with the TIO ruling? Like one way or the other. The one that bothers people, it's not that, you pull it left, and you're behind the bleachers, you wouldn't have a shot, but there's 3 trees 3 feet in front of you would have never gotten past anyway.
Sure.
Then you get that's the part that.
Yeah, that bothers me. It even bothers me just asking if someone asks for it in a situation like that. Now, if those trees weren't in the way and the bleachers are in the way, then I have no issues with it whatsoever. Look, it's part of playing the tour. I've played many events where guys have used the bleachers as backboards. Do you know what I mean? When you're out of position.
And then it's okay, right?
Well, I mean, it's just, it's there. It's, trying to get the ball in the hole the least amount of strokes.
I guess there was a tournament a couple of weeks ago. I forget the golfer, but the situation that the guy sent the question in, he's reminding me. There was a guy a couple of weeks ago, shanked it behind the stands into the rough. He's able to get a free drop 60 yards from that spot and on a good lie.
Yeah.
So it's when you double it up with take away tree trouble that would have been there without it, or change your lie, which you wouldn't have had any advantage of. I wonder if there's that's not a button mover on tour.
No,
doesn't come up. Everyone just agrees. Oh, if you get lucky with that, we're all going to take it.
I understand the frustration, and I get it in certain circumstances or instances are worse than others. Sometimes the situation matters a lot more if it's late in the game, but it's just you can't really get around it out there. It's just look, it's the entertainment industry. There's going to be bleachers. They have to be.
Oh yeah, I don't think anyone has a problem. This is more of a gray area than is a problem.
Yeah,
like this isn't some issue that needs to be fixed. But that gray, when every shot matters, Matt.
Yeah,
and one guy has pounded a little right to lefter and has earned the great second shot that he has, and this other guy has flared it out somewhere.
Didn't pay a price at all.
Didn't pay a price at all. He still got got a redo, and you don't often get those.
Nope.
Have you thought of it in those terms until now?
Of course.
You have. Okay.
Yeah, but it just happens so much. It's not
right.
And you're on the good end sometimes.
Sure.
So it's I get hung up on I would get hung up on probably 10 more issues
before you got to that one.
Yes.
Yeah. I got you. So I intrigued you with this Tyler Mulvaney talk.
Yes.
The young man from Fleming Island who, after round one, was 2 under par at the Canadian. Is he on the? No, he's 824, so he's just off the course right now. But he shot a 68 yesterday. The cut line is -2. So
I looked him up, and he won the U.S. 4-ball this year.
And you tell me that's a big deal.
That's what the USGA event,
and that's not a junior event.
It's not.
Didn't he win with another local high school guy?
I'm not sure.
I think so.
Juniors can play, but it's not a junior event.
So,
yeah. A lot of the mid-ams think that. To be honest, look, if you get a junior that's getting ready to go play D1 golf,
it's the same thing.
He's probably going to be one of the better players in the 4-ball field.
Okay.
A lot of those guys think you should have to pay a mortgage in order to enter those events.
Keep them out.
Yes,
let us have
keep
ours.
the kids out.
You got high school for that. There's a junior tour. Get away
That's
from
right.
here. Mulvaney from Fleming Island High School, he's a senior there. And I know the event you're talking about. I just saw a spread on that. I'm pretty sure he won that event with another local high school golfer, like from Bartram or
Will
somewhere.
Hartman.
Yeah, I think he's also local.
Okay.
Either Episcopal or Bartram or somewhere, one of these. I'm pretty sure those were 2 local. Wow, so I didn't give that the credit when I came across it. That's a big event, huh?
Well, you don't get anything for winning it. I don't think you get
into another event.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like you win the U.S. Amateur.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same organization that puts on the event, but it's a USGA event, but I don't think there's...
Does anybody in golf or out know the difference between 4-ball and foursome? What is 4-ball? What does that mean? Did they both play the hole and they took the low net, or did they?
Yeah, they both play the hole and take the best.
And you
score.
take your best score. It's not both scores,
the other one's alternate shot.
That was alternate shot.
Yeah,
I got you.
Which would be a lot easier if they just freaking call it alternate shot.
Right.
Like, what are we doing?
And best ball. Let's just call them both that, not
exactly.
4-ball, because I literally I don't.
It's just dressing it up.
I now have a way though to remember. You're telling me 4-ball is best ball, so I'm just going to remember it that way. But this happens to me in the Ryder Cup. Like I'll look in the morning, I won't know what they're doing.
4-ball, there's 4 balls in play.
Okay.
Got it.
And foursome, there's 4 golfers in play.
Correct.
Cooking with gas now, baby.
Yeah, you are.
All right. These guys in the 9 o'clock nasty. Matt keeps going in the breaks and digging through the mailbag.
Oh my!
Trying to come up with the best that he can. So
we've got some good ones.
I mean, we'll see what happens there. That's coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. We're going to revisit Game 1 of the NBA Finals. More than anything else, I love seeing the Pacers win last night in the final moments because it guarantees me a series. You know, if Oklahoma City wins last night in a close game, odds are they blow out Indy in Game 2. And now I'm looking at just a team trying to survive. But Indianapolis winning that Game 1 on the road, the Indiana Pacers winning that Game 1 on the road, I think changes the long-term outcome of this thing. It's going to go long now. It's going to go 6 or 7, I would imagine. So all that talk and more, we're rolling on here. It's a GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Summertime. It means so many things. Being free, living easy.
1010XL.
It's always summertime.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Look, when it comes to glass needs around the home, there's one name I trust, Lee and Kate's Glass. Those beautiful custom glass shower enclosures, maybe a new mirror, a glass tabletop. They can even replace your foggy or cracked glass without having to replace the whole window. Lee and Kate's is local. They're family-owned. They've been a part of our community since 1926. Boy, they've taken care of me, including our brand new offices at Walk Off Charities. They did a great job. I promise they'll do the same for you. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Hey, gang. Hicken here for my friends at Zero Res. The cleaning freaks, good time, right? We got graduation parties. I went to a couple this weekend. Summer barbecues, festivities, family gatherings. Man, we need Zero Res. Cleaning freaks will make that house look better, feel better, smell better. They darn sure will. And by the way, Zero Res, if you don't believe me, 4.9 rating on Google with over 8,000 reviews. Big summer savings for you guys. 3 rooms of carpet clean right now starting at $129. 3 rooms, carpet clean, starting at $129, and take 20% off air duct cleaning. All you got to do, visit ZeroResJacksonville.com or call them 287-5727, and ask for the 1010XL special. It's zero res, man. You spell it forwards, it's zero res. You spell it backwards, it spells the same. Zero res.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Attention business owners and property managers. Hurricane season is right around the corner. Is your property ready? Call the pros at Duck Duck Rooter for expert storm drain cleaning and hydrojetting. Our powerful VACCON truck clears the way so your drains flow freely when the rain hits. Call 904-862-6769 today to schedule your service and protect your property before the storms start rolling in. Duck Duck Rooter, your trusted name in storm drain maintenance. Visit us at duckduckrooter.com. We're a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Hayes Carlion for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding. So easy to use, depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. I also go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Want a simple way to boost your company's image without a big renovation? A fresh paint job in your brand's colors can increase recognition up to 80%. At Performance Painting, we help companies stand out with clean, on-brand finishes that impress clients and energize employees. From color consultations to low-odor coatings that won't disrupt operations, we've got you covered. Visit performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. How would you describe the typical engagement ring customer that comes in your store?
Frank, at Underwoods, we often see customers who've shopped around and are totally confused about how to select a diamond. Now, they're looking for somebody qualified who'll tell them the truth and they can trust. They've heard about certification on diamonds, wholesale diamonds, internet diamonds, deals that a friend of a friend can get them, and the prices will range from unbelievably low to unbelievably high. One of the reasons for the confusion is if you look at the factors of grading a diamond after you know the carat weight, there are 11 grades for cut, 21 grades for color, 11 grades for clarity, so you got 2,541 different possibilities, each with a different price. That's where Underwoods helps straighten out the confusion, because we have the American Gem Society credentialed professionals that'll guide a customer the right diamond for them, one she'll be happy with for the rest of her life.
Underwoods, where customers are served with quality and respect. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back here on The Drill. The NBA season reaching its conclusion. I like the new blood. I like new faces. I like new stars. I'm tired of Steph and LeBron and Tatum, Giannis, same dudes year after year after year. I love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Tyrese Halliburton, battling for alpha dog. Certainly Halliburton will never be the scorer that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is, and Halliburton's never going to win the MVP in the league. Mm-hmm. But, buddy, when it comes to clutch time, he makes Jalen Brunson look like a choker. I mean, this guy's, and what he's doing in the postseason is unreal. So I had a question for ET earlier today, Matt. I'll ask you.
Okay.
Who's the who's the favorite basketball player in Indianapolis?
Ever?
right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Like,
who's the top dog basketball player in Indy right now, according to the fan base there in Indianapolis?
Well, if it was me, if I was a diehard Pacers fan,
it would be Halliburton.
Probably Ron Artest. Still.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about right. Yeah, okay. And I'm saying right now in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So we're not even former players. Artest is kind of your guy, though. I could see that. You'd be the mouse in the palace.
Steven Jackson.
Yeah, right. Same guy.
Yeah. Right now, the
Bigger ball.
Who's
the biggest basketball entity in Indianapolis right now? Who is it?
It's Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark, isn't
Yeah.
it? Wow, look at Indy right now. They got the most clutch, male player,
Yeah.
NBA player in Tyrese Halliburton. By
Is
the
that
way,
where you were going with this?
yeah, that's where I was going. Is it Caitlin Clark or Tyrese Halliburton?
Yeah.
I mean, that shows you more than anything. It shows you the awe-inspiring draw of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
This guy is the most famous basketball player in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, every time you turn on the television in the morning, he's hitting the winning shot. I got to think that Tyrese Halliburton's Q rating, his recognition factor has gone through the roof this postseason. Wherever he was before, even with success, even getting on the dream team, even having this, what he's doing now is just it just doesn't happen from all-star level players. Usually when a guy becomes clutch, it's Naismith, it's Robert Horry, it's Vinnie Johnson, it's a role player.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not both usually. You're one or the other. LeBron has 8 of those shots in his postseason history, game tying or game winning in the last 15 seconds. Halliburton has 5 this year.
He also, the way he shoots, his shot has a lot more arc on it than other guys.
It's kind of a set shot. He just gets it open, backs off, and, gets it down when, most importantly, when they need it.
It's very much a set shot. It's like it comes
It
from.
is.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. It's kind of his legs are kind of wide apart. It's like a little set shot. Throw back to it's like Jimmy Chitwood out there for the Indiana Pacers. So we're getting into just some wackiness here. It was the Pacers' 5th win this postseason when they trailed by 15 points in the game.
Oh, my gosh.
5 wins for Indy this postseason.
They just got to get to
came
the
in
sweet
games
spot.
they trailed by 15. Down 9 points with 3 minutes to go in NBA Finals history. Teams down 9 with 3 minutes to play. 0-182. Oh, I'm sorry. 1-182.
Oh my gosh.
They had a 15-point lead with 8 minutes to go. They had a 9-point lead with 3 minutes to go. The Pacers are, and by the way, if you're looking for like a moniker for what Tyrese Halliburton is doing, he's completing all the Hail Marys instead of Hail Marys. See what I did? I changed. I don't like it, so I'm not going to go with it. But nonetheless, all right. Let's see what our guy.
We got Joe U.
I'm tracking the golf. I like these little. You've given me these little sidebar storylines that I can follow this weekend at the Canadian.
Did I hear we have Joe U?
Joe U is on the line right now, so be prepared. Never know. Hello, Joseph.
Top of the morning, boys.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, what's up, man? I got to give you a props, bro. Of all the people I have on, I think if they're doing succession planning, I like listening to you. I think, you should be the guy. In the
Thank you,
bullpen.
man.
If,
Thank you.
Right
Thanks,
to
dude.
right to number 1 on the power rankings.
Come on, Joe.
I mean, I'm serious though. He's got a nice way about it.
What do you?
And the thing is,
how
I
do you
used
think
to
we
trip
choose?
because
Hey, Joe, how do you think we choose them? You think I go down to the staffing? Huh? Think I go down to a deco? Do I? Huh?
But the thing is, I got to remind y'all never used to say the dude's name, bro. So it's like a long time.
Don't
like,
matter.
Who's talking to?
Do you know his name?
So you got to give him.
Do you know his name?
I know it now.
Well, I don't care. You know his name. There you go.
I know it now, but the first couple times he was on, I didn't. I was like, who's doing, man?
You're slow,
like,
bro.
oh.
You know that. Anyway.
Hey, on the
Can
golf
we
tip,
stop
my
with
boy
the
is
fluffing
playing.
and get to some?
Yeah, let me get to my take. My boy, before I get to my take, though, my boys got to play in a Pro-Am with these live guys.
Who's your boy?
My boy, Tan. His name is Tanny. We went to high school
just
together.
a friend.
We
Okay,
put
I
on
thought
his
you meant a
Facebook.
favorite
Yeah,
golfer or something. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, no. He's not the pro. He's the,
No, I got you.
amateur.
Yeah.
Where'd he play
he
at?
put pictures out with DJ, and I can't remember where it is. I want to think.
Like the one this
I have
week?
to look up. It was yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
It was
up in
yesterday.
D.C. Yeah.
Yeah. DC, that's right. But he put it close on the par 3, but he got pictures with DJ and all these other guys.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you go to a Champions Tour event, you get all the old over-the-hill guys, take some pictures, tell some stories.
Exactly. Hope they bought mulligans before the turn. Hey, on this basketball, I like you, Jeff, am liking the handing of the torch over, LeBron and Steph. It's, get some new blood in it. It seems like OKC is going to be there for a while. And I agree that Halliburton is not quite a superstar, but he's right on the precipice of it. And I think what people don't realize, he doesn't have to score. That's it. I keep hearing he doesn't score. That's the genius of it.
He's not a scorer. Yeah, he's not a scorer. He can score.
If he wanted to, he could.
Yeah,
I think if he wanted to score 30 a game, he could.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't. He's not going to have game. Look, in fairness, to your point, the MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, shot it 30 times last night, so of course he had 37 points.
Sure.
Halliburton shot it 12. If he shoots at 30, he's probably got 31 this morning in a game-winning shot. So that's a fair point.
Yeah, great coaching. Grace is just fun to watch, man. And I never thought they were out of it. When they're down 10, that's the thing about these playoffs. Everybody's going to be down 10, it seems like, at some point.
All right, Joe.
And sure enough, I knew he was getting the ball.
Joe, I got a question for you. This series, before it started, it was handicapped, pretty severely in OKC's favor with Indy up 1-0 right now. Do you still like OKC in this?
I don't. I think it probably is going to go 7. OKC, I think they're worried. I think they've been hearing all this news about how great they are, how young they are, how they play the stifling defense. And I do think what you're going to see is the refs are going to call a little tighter. Sometimes they just grab people and it's not called. I think I'm not this conspiracy there. I'm not saying that it's it needs to go 7 for the league to make money, but I think this can go 7. I do think OKC probably will win it. But I would not be surprised if it's actually the Pacers in 6.
Well, there's one thing here. There's one thing to remember because it's easy to get caught up in the dramatics of Halliburton, and he certainly earned it. But there's one little analytic, one stat that occurred last night, has nothing to do with individual this, that, or the other, and it's unbelievable that this stat worked out this way. It'll never work out this way again, and it's why the Pacers were able to win by 1 point. Oklahoma City led the league in points off turnovers this year. They're a terrific defense. They forced 25 turnovers. They forced 19 in the first half. Last night, a team that averaged 22 points a game off the opponent's turnovers forced 25. They got 11 points off those turnovers. That's it. That's why they lost. One more fast break bucket off of these giveaways, and you win the game. And that is that. It's hard to understand how that played out that way. That is a game where usually, with all those turnovers, Oklahoma City beats you by 31. We move on to game 2. They were flat, story over. Somehow with down 15 with 9 minutes to go and having already turned it over 23 times on the night, the Pacers still make the run at them. That'd make me nervous if I were Oklahoma City. It would.
Yeah, I'm loving it, man. And one more thing before I get off, I got to put my GPS on. I'm going to play golf. And,
tough
in the middle of nowhere where I don't know where I am.
Where? Here in town?
Where are you playing?
I'm playing Carambola. No, I'm in St. Croix.
Okay. St. Croix. I'll be in Puerto Rico tomorrow, buddy. You want to come over and join me?
All right, cool. Hey, man, let me know. I'll take the photos on board.
Yeah, come on over there.
Oh, there's one thing I must say, NBA, every time I watch these guys, they're such great athletes. If we were at lunch and SGA walked in, I always use Steph Curry because everybody knows who he is. If Steph Curry walked in the room, everyone wouldn't say, wow, that's Steph Curry. Everybody would say, damn, he's 6'3". SGA is like 6'5".
No, he's lanky too. Yeah, he's
lanky.
lanky.
So freakishly tall and athletic that you forget because they're all the same height.
That's why, Joe.
All those guys are freakishly tall.
And your point, wow, Steph Curry's bigger than you thought. This guy's been. That's why I go with, and I'm going to stand by. You're 6 feet 6'1". That's your best player. You're not winning the NBA title. It doesn't happen. It never has. It never will. Yeah. Isaiah, the closest. Are you referring to Trae Young? Isaiah, the closest thing. Isaiah, the closest thing to a small man leading a team to an NBA title, and that one's arguable, right? There was a lot involved in that. The little guys just don't win. First of all, little guys don't.
AI.
None of them. Not at that size. Yeah. You got to be 6'3". That's the cutoff. You're 6'1", 6 feet. Ain't happening. So, all right. Thank you, Joe.
All right.
Joe is what we would call, I guess, a super might have draw out of the conversation we just had, ET, that Joe, you just called in to talk finals. From St. Croix?
Yeah, he's using the app.
So he's using the app. He's listening to the show. He could be very well just driving out to,
There's a lot of app users.
Green Cove Springs this morning. I'm going to read you in succession a list, and then when I'm done with this list, you're going to tell me what the list was.
Okay. I wanted to get a.
Do I confuse you when I talk sometimes?
Well, I wasn't done.
I confused myself.
I wasn't.
But he's gone.
I had
though.
one more question.
But
for
he's
him,
gone.
But we'll
okay.
have to wait till next time.
Nobody knows the sociopathy of Joe U like I do. Ask the question, I'll answer.
To know how he felt about the state of Miami football with the quarterback whisperer and Carson Beck in his back pocket now.
Bruh, how do you expect me to feel? Like we're going to the playoffs and winning the ACC. We got the best talent in the league. We got the best coach. Y'all had y'all's chance to get us, and then you didn't get us. Now you're getting got. There's your answer.
All right.
Come
Thanks,
on.
Joe.
There's one program in the state of Florida that's going to be in the playoffs this year. It's not in Gainesville or Tallahassee. Man, y'all are dreaming. We're building a steamroller down here. Coach Cristobal, have you seen the recruiting? There you go. There's your answer. All right, here you go. Here's the list.
Okay, and then I'm going to tell you what this list is.
Yes, I'm going to read you off a list of numbers, and then you're going to tell me what the list is.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
The list starts right now. This is the list. ET, you can play along with numbers too.
All right.
You numerologists out here. Here's the list. 10, 21, 14, 17.
All right.
26, 22, 19, 4, 11, 31, 31, 14, 20, 32, 8, 21, 14.
That's how many points?
Yeah, that's
Halliburton.
That's Halliburton's point.
Yeah.
And for a while there, I thought maybe that's what the Jags scored week to week. 10, 21, 14, 17, 4. But no, that's okay.
All over the map.
In the conference quarterfinals against Milwaukee, he averaged 17.6. In the conference semifinals against Cleveland, he averaged 17.4. In the conference finals against the Knicks, he averaged 21. He put in two 30-point games in there. But through all these games, that's a lot of games they played, right? They played 6, 12, 15, 20 games. He has two 30-point games in the playoffs.
Yeah.
3, I'm sorry. He had one against Cleveland. So only 3. Point being, we so define ours. You can't be a star in the
That's so
NBA
true.
if you don't average 20
so
points.
True. Point being, when you get on the Hard Rock app and you see Tyrese Halliburton over under 14.5 points,
Right.
Don't automatically just hammer the over.
That's right. That's some truth there. All right, let's take a quick time out and say GFL Friday, the 9 o'clock. Boy is coming. That and more next on The Drill.
He's in a shotgun now.
Follow every play, interview, and press conference
When we're balanced, it's hard for the defenses to adjust.
on the home of the Jaguars, 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner. They understand every facet of construction. It will keep that project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. So if you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Kuhn Flowers floral or plant arrangement. This is Max Fink with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Kuhn Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at KuhnFlowers.com.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way. Every now and then we'll look and go, gosh, that's a heavy monthly premium. And then we add it up in our head and we're like, man. Well, that's why if something happens and we need you, you need to be there. And that's what Craig and Chris Kaprowski do. They take this stuff seriously. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. When I say take care of, I mean it. Something happens, you call the Kaprowskis, they jump on it immediately. They get you all the answers that you need, and they help you out. If they don't answer the phone, they call you right back. It's called customer service. Kaprowskis don't take it lightly. If it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, the Kaprowskis will be there for you at your time of need. And I speak from experience. They've helped me, they've helped my son, they've helped my daughter many different times. Craig.Kaprowski at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaproski, Koproski, Goosehead.com, or call 478-8422, 478-8422. Get that insurance checkup and get it today.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Jacksonville's building a playoff team in team.
All right, we're going to play to win.
Follow 1010XL's coverage of organized team activities. Backed by Heroes Lawn Care and Hurricane Grill and Wings. Tune up the off-season with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
It's the event everyone waits for. Now at Beard's Diamonds. Buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. Now for a limited time, when you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000. Are you about to get married or been married for years thinking it's time for an upgrade? There's nothing that symbolizes your love more than the wedding band. Beards has hundreds and hundreds of bands from top designers in white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands, pave set, eternity bands. And for men, masculine bands. Wide, modern, with and without diamonds, hammered, brushed, engraved, lots of colors. Come to Beards now and find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't or won't do this, but Beards can. And it's happening now through June 23rd. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss this opportunity to celebrate your eternal love with the eternal symbol. Beards Diamonds at St. John's Town Center.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barry here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barry Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit BarryOrthopedics.com.
It's a battle of football champions as your Sharks take on the Arizona Rattlers. Don't miss any of the action this Saturday, June 7th. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try the new Family 4-Pack. 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
It's a battle of football champions as your Sharks take on the Arizona Rattlers. Don't miss any of the action this Saturday, June 7th. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try our Family Fun Pack. 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700.
Go Sharks! Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. Jaguar head coach Liam Cohen praised the development of quarterback Trevor Lawrence, emphasizing his growth and leadership during off-season workouts.
I think his footwork has drastically improved. I think just the rhythm of playing the position. And so I think he's taken a step in that area.
Meanwhile, speculation is swirling about a major coaching shakeup for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio suggesting the team could part ways with Todd Bowles after 2025 and pursue Bill Belichick, currently North Carolina's head coach. And looking ahead, the 81st Tax Slayer Gator Bowl is set for December 27th, 7:30 at the Bill Gay Grounds at Everbank Stadium. The annual matchup will feature an SEC team versus an ACC opponent, with pre-sale tickets available through June 8th and public sales opening in September. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:01 and it's 79 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cool with Bueller.
10XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. Mr. Nasty time.
It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock Nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
Mr. Nasty.
Nasty time. The Deer Drill mailbag is being gone through right now, and Matt, and this is a quote: "Find the most scandalous thing that you can." End quote. End quote.
Hey, try to make your Friday morning.
I said something
a little more interesting.
I said something earlier while it's on my mind. No, first while it's on my mind, I told you I'm taking these golf questions that come in as they come along. So far today, we've hit the PGA Tour University. We've hit the Taylor Mawhinney and being a 17-year-old. We hit the TIO drop. We all got problems with that.
Yeah.
I got one now for you. Now, my buddy, this is a good friend of mine, a good golfer, single-digit golfer, good golfer, but forever. And now he claims that he believes that you at one point may have used this model, and I just can't believe him.
Okay.
And you're going to figure out what this is before I tell the whole audience, because you're in tune with golf. He's no longer eligible to use this piece of equipment that he uses, but forever. And I never liked it, and I wanted him to never use it anyway. And I'm glad that the rule is gone, that he can just take a normal putter in his hand and put a sweep on it, and not put that big brick stand up behind it. And look, the stand-up putter, Maddie. Where are you on the stand-up putter? What are those things called? Blackhawks or some nonsense?
Yeah.
Have you ever put a stand-up putter in play on tour? Yes or no? He's got a guilty look, man. He looks ashamed, E.G.
Okay. So there's a long story.
This is bad, man. You're going to make me look bad here. I told him you're crazy. All right, go ahead.
So
you didn't know what you're getting into.
I forget what year it was. It was early in my career. But one winter, I was practicing like on the back range at TBC Sawgrass. And there was this dude that came up to me, and he was a bit of a mad scientist, and he had these putters, and they stood up, right? Well, I like to hold my hands low, so if he bent it to my lie angle, mine wouldn't stand up. Like the more upright it is, the easier it is for it to stand up. The concept was, yes, it potentially stand up, because this thing was the mass on the putter head was
a
large.
brick size.
Yeah,
it was never falling.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a war cry.
So I used this putter for the whole winter back there, dude. And I was young. Back on the back of the range.
Okay.
The whole month of December.
Okay.
And my first event was Sony in Hawaii. All right. In like first week of January.
Okay.
So
are you contemplating at this point putting this putter into play on tour?
Everything with this putter. All right.
First of all, winner Larry, Detective Larry wins. He's right. Matt Every did use this putter at one point.
So I go to Hawaii with this thing, and it's the only putter I bring.
Are you somewhat embarrassed or no?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. And it became annoying fast because everyone was asking me about it. And I'm not doing
Smoltz used one. Do you remember that? John Smoltz?
I think his was maybe a different brand.
All right.
Anyways, it did become that was an issue for me, like people annoying me about it.
Yeah.
But I was leading after the first 2 rounds
with that putter. I played
I played in the last group on Sunday with that putter. I almost won that tournament, dude. With the stand-up putter.
Okay.
It wasn't standing up. I wasn't using. I was not.
You
putting
wouldn't go and then go behind.
Absolutely
it.
not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But it was that kind of putter. Yes.
My concern for him is always it's too heavy it's too hard to maneuver.
Really?
That's what my thought was. I have a stand-up putter story. When I was Mrs. P and I were just dating.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mrs. P comes from a family line of girls that give good gifts to their men.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So even when they're young, you'll get like a big screen TV and that kind of stuff. So anyway, she knew early on that I was a golfer, and she's up late night watching some infomercial, and the stand-up putter infomercial came on. And so Christmas comes around, we get this thing, and she has got me a stand-up putter because she knows I love golf.
Yeah.
Well, putter's one thing I got a brand new Odyssey over here worth about 3 bones. It'll never strike a ball in my hands. I got a putter. I like it just fine. So I had to go put it on consignment. I felt, rocky for the relationship that you take a gift and within.
That's
you know.
that is-
So
that's a
you
rocky
used so
move.
okay. How does it leave you then? Or what happened? I mean,
Well,
you
I'll
had a
tell
good
you,
week.
so in that
Stand-up putter, ladies and gentlemen.
In that last round, I had about a 3-footer on like 6 or 7, and I missed it. And it was really the first time all week that I had missed a short putt, and it shook me a little bit because kind of to your point, it was such a big head on the putter, and the closer I got to the hole, the less I liked it, and it just kind of ran its course. It was a hell of a week. It really was. I'll never forget it. I putted so good with that.
Is that the only time you used it?
Yeah. No, the next week was the next time I got to play with it. No, Sony's where I played with it. The next time I got to play with it was at Torrey Pines, and which was like 2 weeks later. And the greens are totally different there. Like Sony's pure Bermuda, like you can't get a better surface. Torrey's Poana, you need loft on the putter. The design of this putter at the time didn't have loft on it, and it just wasn't.
And that was it. You put it away. No,
that was that.
Do you still have it?
No.
In your possession? No, you just get rid of it. Would you recommend anyone, if just an average golfer, is it better or worse to use that putter?
I don't know. I don't even know if that we're talking almost 15 years ago. But listen,
this one has a brand.
Listen, if I was gonna
Blackhawk putter
steer someone, I used that putter at one point. Yes, but I've used a lot of putters.
Yes, you have.
If I was gonna like endorse one right now, I would say to me the Lab Golf putter is producing
that's the one
most
that
results.
Yeah, isn't that what you're?
I mean, I mess around with it. I don't really play anymore.
A guy I played with this week just got a Lab Golf putter.
Yeah,
do they stand up?
No,
they kind of got a wide base too.
They do have a big, there's a big piece of mass down there.
Do you think if a better design, like say that putter that I have right there, if it just stood up normally, if you had a normal looking putter that stood up normally, would it become popular? Or pros don't feel like they need it.
The thing is,
you can line it up.
You have to. Yeah,
it sounds kind of gimmicky.
It is gimmicky.
Yeah,
and then
and for you that was more.
The second the wind starts blowing, for me it was results. I mean, I was making everything.
Well, it was just luck.
I don't care what it
that's
looks
right. Could have been a Coke bottle.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's going in.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's the way putters work, and that's why you can't get
right.
Yeah. Two. But I think for him, it was like he putted that thing for years.
Yeah.
So when the rule came out and they took it away.
So there's a new rule.
Yeah, you can't use them anymore. So that's what. So but I told him, well, it's good. It's the first time I played with him since he had to put that thing to bed. So I told him, well, that's good. You'll be better. I mean, I'm tired of watching you putt with that thing.
That's how you making everything.
Yeah, and he knows his putting game a lot better than I do. I do this in honor of Dan Hicken, who is off on his baseball trip because he loves a good media beefy. Doesn't he?
Does he?
Doesn't he love a sports media, media beef?
He does.
We got a good one. These are two pretty big names. Well, one used to be a pretty big name. The other is currently about as big a name as there is right now in sports media, I suppose. But I got a cat fight here. I got a media beef between Stephen A. Smith, who's been in a few lately, and Michelle Beadle.
What?
Y'all remember Michelle Beadle?
Yes.
She's on ESPN, friend of the program. She's been on with us a couple times back in the day. Yeah.
How long ago?
We were at the old building, so it's been a while, probably 6-8 years.
Like, when was the last time she was in like mainstream media?
She was on that when they first the NBC Sports when it had a channel. She had a show. Well, before that, she was on Sports Nation.
Right. That's where
she left ESPN and she went to one of those like NBC Sports startup or one of those. And this story has to do with Sirius, I guess is where she's landed. I haven't seen Michelle Beadle in years, to your point. But Michelle Beadle's time with Sirius XM has come to a close, and it comes with conflict.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love when this happens.
Okay. What just happened here? Are you going to deny me access? What do we got here?
Behind a paywall?
Paywalls are the worst. It's not. All right, here we go. Sirius XM has parted ways with Beadle and Cody Decker. They do the Beadle and Decker show as of yesterday. I'm going to have to, let's see. We'd like to thank the callers who made the last couple of days an absolute blast. Beadle posted on Twitter, truly, you don't usually get such love on your way out. Security usually walks you out the door. You guys rule. 6 hours of how you felt and you were heard. Drinks on me. The network decision comes days after it decided to replace Beadle and Decker with Stephen A. Smith. a move Beadle felt, quote, blindsided by. During the show on Wednesday, she didn't hold back. She opened the segment by acknowledging the network's move. Welcome to Lame Duck and Who Knew, Beadle said of her and Decker. Decker yelled, fired in the background. All I ask is to be treated with respect, Beadle continued. Here we are. We're going to do our shows because we're contractually obligated to be here. Despite remaining mostly cordial, she got more blunt when she spoke to media outlet Front Office Sports. It's a reminder, we're just all pieces of bleep to someone. If you forgot, there it is, she said in the interview. The Hollywood Reporter comes out, and there's Stephen A's face. I was like, I should have known. That was just kind of gross. I don't care that we're being replaced or what have you. It happens all the time, but a little more respect would have been nice. Good Lord, I was totally blindsided. Just really embarrassed, to be honest. Beadle, who left ESPN in 2019, this is where the media beef comes. Starts taking shots at Stephen A. Smith, saying that she had problems with the show First Take for years. I don't respect his work. He doesn't like me. This goes back to the Ray Rice stuff. He made some really piggish comments on the air. I responded. He got suspended. I think that was sort of the beginning of the end for anything. I just don't respect him. I think he gets things wrong all the time. I'm not talking about opinions. Those can never be wrong. But factually, when you spread yourself so thin, it's hard to be right. Not a fan.
Dang.
Yeah, so
clearly.
But Buddy didn't even do anything.
No, you come. Listen,
this isn't the best look for her.
No, it's not.
No.
You come across complaining at the end of the day. If Sirius, by the way,
and how do you want him to fire you? Like, what's the right way to do it? Is there ever a right
they
way?
fired him. They said that's it. You have to, so. Well, point being, he was going to be coming on the air Monday. Where they were fired either way.
And he wanted to like, go over to her house, like wake you up in the morning. Hey,
no, that's
hey,
fair.
Hey,
no,
sweetie,
no.
listen,
I will say this.
I'm really sorry about.
No, but you could have. And they're always worried, man. They're worried that like you're just some sort of loose, unprofessional, wild card that you're just going to torch everything on your way out. And most people would never do that. They don't want to do that.
Well, you're torching your career.
Well, you're right. You got to get another job. So I think if you're Michelle Beadle and you've been around as long and you're doing this show in series for 3 or 4 years, that you shouldn't find out on a website. I think that is a fair ask. I'm not saying you got to be coddled through the decision.
Or just
some
a little bit
professional
more
respect.
time. Just a little more time. Like,
Right. Yeah, right. Hey, by the way, Stephen A. starts on Monday. Well, that's
Right.
great. I hate that guy. So there you have it. All right. It is a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. I got people on the text line. What is a stand-up putter? A stand-up putter is one that used to have the putter head was so big that you could literally, it would stand up. Like the shaft would stick up in the air. And
so big and wide.
Yeah. So you could stand behind it, and if that's what you used it for, you could stand behind it to line up your ball or however you wanted to do it. So that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why. I would say, yeah, I'm glad I clarified. I just figured people knew.
But man,
people don't know what a stand-up putter is because you don't see them very often either.
I thought it was the putter that you kind of put on your chest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like a.
Oh yeah. Anchored is what you call that. An anchored putter. No, a stand-up putter, you could put the putter down and it would just stand up on its own.
Got it.
And so that way you could, adjust your angle behind the ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would recommend this though for people that aren't very good at putting, and they don't know how to line putts up. It would be great for a beginner, but apparently PGA Tour pros can lead going to the final round using it.
Yeah.
And now, by the way, I'm going to drinks. Thanks a lot. You could have just lied for me. All right, we're going to open the mailbag and more as the rest of the 9 o'clock hour continues. I offer you this from the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Yeah, it's becoming the Matt Every, the Matt Every fan day is what it is. I mean, they're just coming in left and right. From the text line, I really enjoy hearing Matt Every on the radio, but that means I'm stuck listening to some A-clowns on the ESPN Plus golf feed. So there you go. One man's loss is another man's gain. We're listening to The Drill. Back with more next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
5,
4, 3, 2.
Number 1 for sports in the 904. 1010XL.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
Yo, Jacksonville, Hickens Hype. Checkmate Coatings crushes it with floors I'd put in my own pad.
I'm Brendan with Checkmate Coatings. We coat it all. Garages, pool decks, driveways, and patios. Be the envy of your neighbors.
Rush to checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
Hi, this This is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Let's start with some cold, hard truth. Here's why Awaken 180 Weight Loss is your road to freedom. It's fast, it's easy, it's safe. You're not shooting chemicals into your body every week. You're eating real food every single day. You're not listening to an overpriced celebrity tell you about magical new food or asking you to count points or calories. You're just eating food and losing weight. It's that simple with Awaken 180 Weight Loss. You know what else you're doing while losing weight with Awaken 180? Eliminating pain, fitting into clothes you haven't worn in years, sleeping through the night and waking up refreshed and energized and happy. I lost 40 pounds in 9 weeks on Awaken 180, and Hacker lost more than 110 over the course of a year. It's a life-changing road to freedom. Doesn't matter what your goal weight is, Awaken 180 Weight Loss will get you there quickly and safely, a clear path to success without disappointment. Awaken 180. Give them a call, 844-346-1800, or go online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, anytime. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for, a long time. And he said, Hick, I'm going into concierge medicine. I said, Doc, what's that? He said, well, if you don't feel well, you come see me that day. I said, that's cool. Normally sometimes you're not feeling well, you try to get an appointment. We can't get to you until next week, right? Now with Doc T, he'll get you in right away. You got a medical emergency, here's his personal phone number. Call him. He was out at the Guggen with us, hanging out, man. Doc T's the guy. He's the man. It's kind of like being a member of an exclusive golf club. Like, I had my physical, and he sat down and went over everything with me and all the numbers, explained things to me. He had time. It wasn't like he was in a hurry, right? He's got time to practice medicine. As far as doctors, he's the best. Navy trained, Wake Forest grad. Been around forever. Yearly physicals, officer virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups. You got questions, mypvconcierge.com has all your answers, including the pricing structure. It's not bad at all. I'm telling you, mypvconcierge.com.
Plumbing problems? AC not blowing? Septic tank doing whatever septic tanks do? Don't call 3 different companies and play contractor roulette. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. Waddle over to duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the duck.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Are you experiencing high energy bills? Now is the time to upgrade your old inefficient windows and doors. Don't miss Renewal by Andersen's 30th anniversary sale. For a limited time, buy one, get 130% off all windows and patio doors. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com now to take advantage of this incredible offer. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Tired of wrestling with your shower curtain like it's a fight for the last slice of pizza? Ditch the drama and say hello to a smooth, stylish glass shower enclosure from Baker Glass. Wago Glass is clean, elegant, and makes your bathroom look huge and brighter. Give your shower a makeover and feel like you're in a spa without the price tag. I'm Mac at Baker Glass. Call me and get ready to love your new shower. Let's make your shower great again. Remember, Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Hey, Hickett here for my friends at Zero Res. Gang, vacuuming is not sufficient to maintain the cleanliness and lifespan of your carpet, period. Do not, let me repeat, do not leave deep cleaning to yourself, but do-it-yourself dirt-attracting carpet soaking machines. No, no, no. Call on the cleaning freaks from Zero Res. Big summer savings. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $129. Take 20% off air duct cleaning as well. Call them, 904-287-5727, and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
GFL Friday.
Green for life.
That's green for life.
Thanks for paying attention, buddy. I appreciate it. That's awesome.
Been here long enough.
Our guy Max across the hall here has put together some sort of beef jerky that just knocked my socks off.
Yeah, I'm about to go get some more.
I'm not a huge beef jerky guy. I mean, this guy made it homemade. I guess used London broil steak. I went in there honestly, and this is a very, uneducated, inexperienced take. But I mean it. It's the best beef jerky I've ever had.
Really?
Probably because it's fresh and was just made with steak and it's like brand new.
That's why. It's the other jerky you've had out of stores?
Every time.
Well, that's why.
They have to do it too long.
They got to cook it. Yeah, dry it.
I like, we talked earlier about the TIO, the temporary immovable obstruction. And your guy, the head honcho over there at the Live Forever Golf, Scott Riley, or one of them.
Yeah.
I thought he had a very, this is a good way to sum it up. For people that, because I got one guy here on the text line that's really bothered by this TIO. It's bothering him. This is a good way to look at it. I think this kind of sums it up. TIO is an earned privilege for playing golf in front of a crowd.
Ooh, I like that.
That's good.
I like
that's
that.
And
I understand it bothering people
because
too.
The privilege
but we talked during the break a little bit. What if this happens on a Thursday? You don't even know about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't even know about it. It happens so often.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just sometimes the situation matters a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then it rears its head.
Even if it is an earned privilege, I guess the deal is this. Nobody else gets a mulligan. If you hit it good, everyone else who hits, it's basically a mulligan, and you usually don't get those as a pro. It's basically a mulligan. You get a redo of a terrible shot that would have certainly cost you
a complete redo.
One more shot almost every time.
It does bring you back into play, but it's not a complete redo.
I wonder what the average score improvement by taking your TIO drop is. You'll never know because
I bet it's like
half,
0.3 of a shot.
Yeah, I'll say half a shot.
Yeah.
All right. I have a golf question. I told him send them in, and man, y'all are doing good out there. We got to get
to Deer Drill here.
We're going to just relax.
All right.
I mean, the nasty in you, it just. It's like Mount Etna. It's just waiting to explode.
They got to be getting sick of golf.
They're not getting sick of golf.
Right.
Let me be the expert here. Okay. When we go play golf together, do I tell you how to stand? Huh? Do I ever come to you and say, I don't like the grip there. I think if you grip it like this, Matty. Huh? Let me do this.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Because I'm picking interesting questions. These aren't even golf questions. You know how many thousands of eardrums right now will be out playing golf this weekend? They love this stuff.
Yeah.
You're an expert.
Let's
Embrace it.
Let's hear it.
Sheesh. Have you played a round yet with those limited flight balls? Have you? Nah. Would you be?
I'd love to try them.
What? I haven't. Again, this is another thing that I haven't followed all that much. This is only on Pro Tour, right?
Well,
are they going to limit it flying for everyone? I mean, I don't want to go backwards as a golfer.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's in the future. Like maybe are we 3 or 4 years out? Maybe 2, 3, 4 years out.
Yeah, I don't know the exact. I know that they're hitting them.
Yeah.
And I guess some people have, so this is why this Google had wondered, had you hit it yet?
I have not.
And would it, well, when you do, how about, you just kind of let us know.
Yeah.
NBA Finals, game 1 goes. It's an incredible game. And, I remember asking yesterday morning, well, I'll just give me game 1 of the NBA Finals like you hockey fans got game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. And on Wednesday night, they went to overtime. Everton won. Exciting game.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, credit for perseverance. If you stayed with last night's game till the end, it never felt like it was going to be anything super or dramatic. And they held, and we've gone through this. So Oklahoma City had a lead of 9 points with 3 minutes to go. NBA Finals teams 0-182 against that. It's the 5th time the Pacers have won, trailing by 15 this postseason. Halliburton's 5 for 5 in game-winning shots. The rest of the league in the playoffs is 4 for 26. It's starting to. Let me ask you this, guys. At some point, the magic lines up to the point that you just got to say, okay, this is the team of destiny. You did it for Florida in college.
Yeah.
It's starting to feel that way.
It definitely feels
And by
that
the way, careful, Oklahoma City. Careful. It ain't easy to get back. It is the Oklahoma City took a better team with a higher ceiling to the finals, and this is the first time they've been back since. I'll remind you that Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook went off to the finals in their young 20s, seemingly with a uncapped potential in front of them, and it just didn't play out. You better take advantage. And right now, Oklahoma City was the best team in basketball with the best defense. They better take advantage, or they may never win one.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts. All right, E.T.?
Yes, sir.
Did you've dumped out the mailbag?
I done. I'm sifting through it.
Sifting through it?
I got a couple.
All right, well, here it is. Gang, you have problems out there, and we take them seriously, and we give you answers sometimes you don't want to hear. So, what would the drill do? We're about to tell you. Whether or not you do or don't, that's your prerogative. Now, understand, too, here's what I feel like we're handcuffed with. I feel like I get handcuffed with just a too limited amount of information. Sometimes you got to be careful making a direct, suggestion to someone when you get half of the story. So we'll do the best we can.
Okay.
We need some.
Maybe I can try and fill in a little bit of the other half.
Okay. Right. It's a mailbag music right now, courtesy of ET, as we make some lives better this morning.
This comes from the beaches. Yeah, oh man, this is a good one.
All right, Jacksonville beaches.
Scandalous
crazy out there.
On the beaches.
Dear Drill, my husband wants me to wear more revealing clothing. I've always enjoyed dressing attractively and have never felt behind the times or like a frump. But I do have my opinion about what is appropriate. For example, if I'm wearing leggings, I wear a long top to cover my bum. My outfits are attractive and not ultra conservative. But by any means, I'm not a crop top or a low cut skin tight kind of gal. I want to be attractive to my husband, but I'm growing really annoyed by his persistence in wanting me to wear revealing clothes. He says he's a guy and would know if it's inappropriate. I conceded a few times, but I just felt slowly and unsurely uncomfortable. Your thoughts?
Yeah, put the outfit he wants on at threesomes next. Run away from this pig. This guy's a pig. There you go. There's your short answer. He's a pig. Second answer, if you do love him and you want to be with him, say, honey, I'll be fine to give you some risque. We'll do it when we get home.
Yeah,
I bought some outfits.
Exactly.
You're a jackass, you pig. Come on.
Matt Every?
Listen, if you are attracted to skimpy outfits, that's fine. And you girls that want to wear the skimpy outfits, knock yourself out. That's not that. She does it, y'all are together, and you want to whore up like a pimp?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Same page here. Look, and I know it's getting hot this time of year out at the beaches, and, we kind of naturally end up in those kind of clothes, but that's a low-rent move by the husband there.
Low-rent move.
It's a low-rent move.
Whew. Go ahead.
No, it's fair if you're the woman for that to lead to some serious questions. What? That's weird. You want me to show myself to everyone else? You can see whatever you want. Yeah, I'm telling you, that pig's got numbers in mind. You better run.
Wonder if I know this guy. All right, what do we got next here?
Oh, this one comes from my side of town.
Okay.
Orange Park, Florida.
It gets freaky out there. Go to the Orange Park Mall, and you may be in Beirut in 10 minutes.
Freaky. Dear Drill, my daughter and her husband have been together for 10 years, married for 3 of them. They have one 1-year-old daughter. I have just learned that they may be getting a divorce. My son-in-law is very controlling, and my son-in-law is very controlling as well as verbally and emotionally abusive. He yells, swears, and slams the door over every little thing. It's been ongoing for the past couple of years. My daughter deserves to be happy, and she doesn't want to raise my granddaughter in that environment. However, she confided to me. Hold on. She confided to me. Computer did so. She confided to me that they have been in an open marriage for the past 3 months. Both have other people in their lives. I'm having a hard time processing this. I come from a generation where that kind of thing is morally wrong, and I'm heartbroken about the whole thing. I love my daughter and want to support her, but I don't want to risk her and my granddaughter. I don't want to lose her and my granddaughter forever. How can I cope?
I don't understand your question. I don't understand any part of any of this that has anything to do with you, ma'am. I mean, I give you credit for caring about your daughter. By the way, don't get too caught up in the open marriage for the last. No, what they did is they broke up 3 months ago and they're seeing other people. Open marriage would be that they have a relationship and then they also have other relationships. That they have a closed relationship. They gone. And moving on to others.
There's no question in this one.
Yeah,
there really isn't.
There's not a question. You just, I guess, will commiserate with you. I would say this, and this is a generational thing. The older you get, the more you worry about it. Anybody that's you ever have been responsible for, things will work their way out, man. I think we have this tendency to look at stuff that's going on in younger generations' lives and forget that we did the exact same thing, exact same questions. You'll get through it, and I mean, that sounds like that's a daughter. I would just be there for your daughter. If she has questions of support, give it to her. Other than that, you're worrying for words' sake.
You're really good at this.
You think so?
You are.
Oh. See, you're going to have a second career. Holy cow.
Give us one more. Come on.
You want one more?
Yeah, you got one?
All right, let me dig up one more real quick. This one look like it's coming from...
By the way, we knew that was from Orange Park when you said open marriage.
Hey, relax on my side, bro. Relax on my side. This one actually is coming from Gay Parkway.
Oh,
right around the corner.
Oh, wow. Stop and see him on the way out.
All right, let's see. Dear Drill, I'm the father of an adult son, Kirk. In quotes. Kirk.
So we're changing the names to protect the innocent.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotcha.
Who is in a relationship with a younger woman who has a young child.
Okay.
Neither is well educated, but they both have decent jobs. Kirk has a teenage daughter who is getting ready for college in another state. They are close.
Hold on, stop for a second. He's the girl's father or the guy's father? He's the girl's father?
Adult. He's the guy's father. He's Kirk's father.
He's Kirk's father. Okay, Anyway. All right, so Kirk's got a teenage daughter about to go to college. I got you.
All right. They are close, although not sure to what degree he supports her financially. I have saved some money for her college, but he has not. Kirk never married her mom. All right?
Okay.
My concern, computer doing something freaky again. All right. My concern had been my son and his girlfriend might be trying to have a baby. Okay. When he told me she is pregnant, I was beyond livid and let him know about the mistake this was.
Yeah.
I told Kirk he was on his own if he decides to go through this.
He needs to tell Kirk he's the loser. First off, and get out of the house. Take care of your kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds to me like Kirk is out of is Kirk out of the house?
No,
I missed it.
Kirk's in the house.
Kirk knocked up a chick.
But Kurt already has a 17-year-old going to college?
Yeah, in another
and he's still
state
living
that
in
he's
house?
not taken care of.
Okay, well, he's 35.
Yes.
Yeah, game over. Kurt, get your stuff and go, buddy. There you go. Yeah. I misheard part of that. I was hearing something else. I thought maybe the dad was like overstepping, and then I realized you're living in dad's.
Dad holding it down.
Yeah, you're living in the guest room. Yeah, you do exactly what is told and do more than that. Do stuff that you haven't been told and hope that's enough to stay another week, pal. Come on. There you go. Dear Drill. I'd like to say changing lives in a good way. Each and somewhat every Friday. On the Hey, man,
I hope that lady from the beaches leaves that guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was wrong.
It was.
Or if you're out tonight and about and you see a girl who's scantily clad, could be her.
Could be.
Who knows?
Could be.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in.
dude.
Google Nation has spoken. They love you. So, I mean, Hick and I better be watching our backs.
Yeah, right.
Huh? All right, my brother. Have a good week. We'll see you.
We'll get hectic next time.
Yeah, sure. No, I vetted the list, and I would just be too embarrassed for Matt to go through the whole list and then have me there at number one. I
don't even want to know who's number one.
Yeah, I felt bad. I know who's number one. I have the list. I just, I'm too humble for that. I don't want to be stealing all that spotlight from everyone. It's all tied for number one is what they came up with. A 16-place tie for first. You're listening to The Drill. We'll put a cap on it when we return.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Oh, yes, we can. And yes, we will. Because we've got
1010XL.
Ticket here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
They were right. It could have waited. I can't believe it happened to me. Reaching to check my phone. Now my family has to hear that I'm never coming home again.
Officer?
I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
Every day, 9 people on Florida roadways don't make it home. I was one of the people that didn't make it home.
Ride with Do Not Disturb. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer. Attention North Florida, it's time to elevate your game night. Head to Best Bet, your premier destination for poker. With locations in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine, we have a seat ready for you. Whether you're a seasoned poker player or just starting out, we have you covered with easy-to-learn games like Ultimate Texas Hold'em or 3-card poker. And it's not just poker. With delicious food, lively bars, and big screen events, there's something for everyone. Visit BestBetJax.com to learn more. That's BestBetJax.com. And ante up for fun.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's a Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
This Day in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On June 6, 2018, LeBron James passed Michael Jordan for most 30-point playoff performances.
James fakes, sets, fires.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Summer means fun in all forms. Longer days and more chances to soak up the sun and the fun. Budweiser and Bud Light reminding you to drink wiser. Hydrate between beers and don't sweat it. It's the best way to get home safely.
Are your kids ready to play this summer? Come check out the Y. Summer is a time for kids to explore new things and expand the limits of their imagination. At the Y summer camps, every day is a new adventure. Kids can learn about STEM, arts and humanities, athletic sports, outdoor games, and more. Registration is now open, but space is limited and spots are filling up quickly. Learn more and find your adventure at fcymca.org. Search Summer Day Camp.
Cannonball! Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
Overheard in the break just got us all canned.
That podcast would be crazy.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, if we ever had the Stones to do Overheard in the break, maybe our swan song in this industry, E.T., we'll just go. We'll go off of the flat out FCC controlled airwaves.
Oh dear.
And just do Overheard in the break. The things that we know and say in the break are so untoward that we do it all in joke. I mean, it is a locker room. Like, if you ever want to know what a locker room is, spend a few breaks with us, buddy. Oof. Yeah, it gets out there a little bit. Yeah.
Got them bags packed yet?
Man, you know me.
No.
Bags packed. We're leaving tomorrow. Yeah, I'm cooling down on a nice little sabbatical break. I'm really looking forward to getting away for a week. Like, really getting away. I don't take many vacations, Z. I'll run off to the, across the state and, go to a beach for a couple of days or take a little baseball trip or go see friends or go to a wedding. It seems like most of my getaways are that. They're around something that you're, more scheduled to do. Just a flat out getaway, shut her down. The phone yesterday, time at the bottom of the St. Johns River. Apparently it's still working. All you naysayers on the text line that say it's rusting and gutting and getting destroyed as we speak, I'm not going with your negativity. No, I'm not. I'm going to go. This thing's working fine. It's not all of a sudden going to stop working, okay? Perhaps I have some of you, it's been too long. They make these phones, maybe waterproof. That's the word I'm looking for. Maddie's gone. There's a golf question here. I have a golf question. Why is it when a ball lands in a divot or even a sand-filled divot, it's not considered ground under repair, and the golfer isn't allowed just to roll the ball to one side or the other out of the divot?
Oh, so you got to play it in the divot?
Yeah, that question makes it a way. By the way, if you're an amateur golfer and you're playing and you play with anyone where y'all aren't moving it out of the divots, y'all, I can't help you. You got too high of opinion of yourself and your competitive skills. Nobody who's playing anything other than tournament-sanctioned golf should be hitting balls out of divots. You shouldn't. And I would say that to my buddy. If his ball's in a divot, take it out of the divot. What are we doing? But to your point, it's a valid one. It's another one of those rules that makes way too much sense. Way too much sense that a recently sand-filled divot is ground under repair. I mean, you'll put that line around some little problem area on the golf course. Well, this is a problem area for me. I'm coming down the stretch of a $5 million golf tournament. See all these divots around me where everyone hit clean shots? Why I got to hit in this? I hit it down the middle. This is even worse than the TIO because you hit it good. It's just that bad break that it just rolls right into the, right into the divot. Man, I don't know. I'm a scratch golfer. Should I focus to get a card, or is that jump too big? Yeah, that jump's too big. I'm not even saying that mean or condescending. You take your scratch game all around town. Have fun, man. Enjoy golf. Yeah, scratch golfer and pro golfer. Scratch golfer isn't good enough to be a pro. To be a pro golfer, you got to be, and I'm not kidding, you're like a +6. You know what that means, E?
Uh-huh.
That means you
6 over par, right?
You start 6 under par.
Oh, 6. Okay.
Or you start 6 over par. Right. You're right. You'd have to knock. You're a +6.
Yeah.
Like all of us, if you're like my handicap, my index right now, I think it's like 8. So that means I would get 8 shots.
Yeah, 8 strokes.
8 strokes over the course of a game.
Yeah, you see me. And
if you're a +6, you're giving 6 more shots. Like
right.
You're going to have to add a stroke to your score on the easy hole. So it's you can't. Scratch golfer and pro golf are two way, way, way different things.
Jeff, got a question for you. Golf question. Like when you were younger, like first of all, one of the best compliments, like as a young basketball player, is like he's a shooter.
Yeah, shooter.
Hey, that's a shooter right there.
Yeah.
But you used to go around the city playing basketball, right? You go to different parks where it had the best runs.
Oh, yeah, all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid of any of them. Yeah, I went to Bruce and Burnett over there,
right.
all of them.
And you were doing that for the competition, like, like
play, fun to play.
Exactly.
I like to play golf. I like to play basketball. And by the way, when you do that, it's like so many hobbies and activities. It's a culture, man. You're in your own little community.
Everybody knows.
You'll go play at Bruce, and you play 3 weeks later at Burnett, and there's 6 of the same dudes there.
TV's a shooter.
There you go. TV. TV was shooter.
So, but what I've noticed is like with golf, like some of the big boys, they don't really bounce around. They just play their course the same way. Am I misreading that? Like, why wouldn't like people like bounce around different golf courses?
What you're saying? Well, you are describing. This is interesting. I had this conversation with my member friends at various places, and they do, and I get it. But they do. To your point, that is more common if you're a member at Timuquana, San Jose, Sawgrass, Pablo, Atlantic.
So if you're a member, you're playing there.
You're playing there because why?
You're paying money there,
and they're beautiful conditioned.
Got you.
The public golf courses in this town right now owe us. I'm just going to say it. I'm aligned with some of them. I'm aligned with others that aren't. The public golf courses are as overall as poorly conditioned as they've been since I moved here in the 90s.
We're going to say they're not up to par.
So another reason that people who are members don't play anywhere else, they got beautiful conditions that's right in their backyard, and they, to your point, they're paying membership, but they don't bounce around much. Like you said, they don't. Now us public course golfers, we bounce all over the place.
Yeah.
But including to a lot of these same clubs that they're members of.
Got you.
Over the course. So I think more than anything, you've got a beautiful course in your own backyard that is your favorite course in the world. Why play anywhere else? I think that's the main reason.
Okay.
E.T., go ahead.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah. From the text line, E.T. Shout out to Burnett Park. Yeah, we used to ball out there.
Yeah. They don't do that anymore, though.
I don't know. My knees, the game passed me by a while ago. Anyway, Michael, how we doing, friend?
Good. What is up with the course conditions this year?
They are.
You
see what I'm saying? That's right. I think it's shame on the golf courses.
Not all of them. No, and there are some of them that are some public ones that are in great shape, and I'm not going to name them because I don't want any more traffic.
No, but overall, the public golf course conditions are worse than they should be, and it reeks of making a lot of money on these tee times and not putting much back in course conditioning. And I don't know how else to describe it, and I'm like you. I got relationships, and I understand how tough the business can be, but it is a simple fact that as a whole, public golf, corner to corner, county to county, maybe as bad overall as it's ever been.
Yeah, I got like
and it shouldn't be that way.
2 or 3 that are in great shape.
Yeah,
and I just keep going to
the
same 3 over and over and over again right now. So anyway,
yeah. What you got coming up?
We got Tom McManus, and what are we doing today? A little requiem on Travis Etienne. By the end of the season, how will he? What will his status be with the Jags? Will he be the leading rusher? Is he going to be a backup, third down back? Is he going to be in Jacksonville or what? So that's one of the things we'll get into today. Got a lot of audio from yesterday's OTAs wrapping up, and now just a 3-day mini camp, and then they're on and off to their own devices for another month and a half.
Yeah. Well, and I will say this. And I think we're all guilty of investing too much optimism into a time of year where we're not getting as much info as we think we are. But I do feel better about the team now than when OTA started. And I think overall, even comparative to others, with the limited impact you can take from OTAs, it seems to have been about as positive an OTA as we've had.
Yeah, what I really liked was hearing how good Trevor Lawrence looked early in the week at the open practice on Monday. And, in the end, that's as important as almost everything else combined,
Well, yeah, it's disconcerting that has to be a question going into year 5.
But it is.
I'm a supporter. I think maybe the question is being asked more than it needs to. I'm going to, at least, again,
maybe,
in my opinion.
Maybe. He completed less than 61% of his passes last year. He's got I think he's bounce back is fair, where he needs to be this year.
Absolutely. Anyway, Jags Today coming up next. Lots of talk. Mini camp next week.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you very much. That's going to do it to it for a GFL Friday. ET, have a good week. We will see you down the road. And Jaguars Today is coming up next.
Hello, you're